my God. It's so nice to see every one of you.
Wow.
On
Likewise.
this rainy Monday morning.
What a great day.
It's April 29th. Here we are. Here we are, St. Louis.
Roll up in this.
Rise and shine. Did you say roll up in this?
We're all up in this.
Oh, and roll up in this.
Yeah, roll up in this.
Roll up in this. I don't know what that means, but it should mean something. Roll up in this.
Roll up in this. That's our new tagline for the show for 2024. The Rizz Show. Roll up in this. I'm down.
Well, listen, it's all off to a great start. I dropped my watch on the floor. The band came off. I can't get it back on.
He's been working on it for the last 15
I know.
minutes.
Yep. That's
My buddy made me this watch. It's custom, one of a kind.
Can you send
You
it
did a
back
good
to
job.
him?
No, I just got to put the band back on.
Okay.
No, I took the watch off. It's one of those perpetual motion, like when you wear it, it winds it.
What?
Self-winding watch.
Like a self-winding.
I'm not in the watch game. I don't understand.
So you know a wind watch?
Sure.
Okay, there are watches that's self-winding. So when you wear it, there's a mechanism inside that goes back and forth that winds the watch.
Oh, okay.
Very
I
nice.
don't think I ever knew that.
So I have a watch winder at home. So I will put some of my watches on this watch winder, and it rotates
What? Wow.
to keep it
I'm
kind
picturing
of
the
going.
house
No
of Edward
way.
Scissorhands or something, like the mansion on the hill. That's
No,
their,
it's like a
watch
little
room.
box.
That's crazy.
It's like a little box I have next to my bed.
You're like,
But I didn't have this on the winder.
Spinning timepieces.
Right. I didn't have this on the winder.
I feel like the
So
watch
the time
industry was
was
like,
off.
how do we sell more accessories? Well, we're going to have to create some. Well, how can we create some? Well, let's do this self-winding thing, and then we can make a paint shaker.
It's brilliant.
Slow down a paint shaker, make it into a
It's
watch
brilliant.
spinner.
Well, anyway, I took my watch off to change the time, and I fumbled. I
Bummer.
fumbled it.
show's going to be off all day.
I know. Now my wrist is naked.
You got a tan line?
No, because it's not.
You kind of do. I
You
can
kinda
see it
do.
from
Kind
here.
of do.
Yeah, you do.
I have one.
Once summertime comes and my arm's out the window all the time, ooh, boy. Just wait. Summertime Rizz is bronze.
Nice.
Summertime Rizz is bronze.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it, too. My buddy got one of those, because I stopped wearing the Apple Watch. Mm-hmm. Too much information.
Right.
I knew
We're
too much.
informed.
Too much too much information. Also, always being connected to something. Mm-hmm. With the emails, with the text messages. It's nice now that I got my phone. My phone could be in another room.
You can turn all of those things off.
Right. I just turned off my notifications on my watch just now before the show started.
Yeah, you can turn all that stuff off.
Sure,
and
but
just-
some of us have self-control when it comes to that. I find myself not having that kind of self-control.
you just turn the notifications off, I mean. And you don't have it hit your watch like that. You just turn the watch into a watch.
Let me cook.
I'm just your watch is in your pocket now, man.
Let me cook. Anyway, my buddy got this ring. So it's like it's a regular piece of jewelry put on his finger.
Right.
And it's got all the same stuff that the Apple Watch has.
Oh, I've
You
seen
got to
that.
get this.
Yeah, what is that called? Howard Stern wears it.
Yeah, it tracks your pulse and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff, right?
How much you sleep.
Oh, that's freaking sweet, man.
Again, man, he's like, you got this. I'm like, no, I don't.
Well, that's kind of nice because you can still track, but it won't give you notifications.
Yeah.
So you don't have to look at it. It's just a ring. So you can just go to your app.
Does it tap your finger? Like the watch taps you, it feels like a ghost.
I don't know.
tapping you, waking you up?
I didn't want to try it on. I don't want to get hooked.
I'm into
Next thing you know, I'm tracking my sleep cycle,
it. You should be tracking your sleep
my
cycle.
menstrual cycle.
Your menstrual
all that
cycle is
stuff.
synced up with mine, so I know when that is.
I don't need that kind of information. I like to just put my head in the sand. I'm one of those guys.
Smart.
Everything's
do you.
going to be all right.
That's right.
You do you, man.
I'm going to put my head right in the sand.
Whatever you want.
Can't suffer from a sickness if you just deny it.
Right.
Exactly, right.
That's right, Rafe. Thank you.
That's how I treat my mental health.
Just deny it. And it goes away.
Works so far.
You just push it out.
right. I deal with my mental health in my Instagram stories. That's how I deal. I share
Just you crying.
just me crying or some sort of vague post.
That's so hot right now.
Who
It's
did that
super
over the
hot.
weekend? Justin Bieber?
Probably. We all do it.
Sharing the cry.
Justin Bieber just posted a picture of himself crying. That's it. No context.
Is there a new album coming out?
Now everybody's speculating. Why is Justin crying?
Right.
Probably dropped his watch.
Yeah.
The band fell off.
Yeah.
I need to get my phone out and start filming.
I would too, man.
Why is Justin Bieber crying? I don't know.
Maybe they're having a
Vague
baby.
post.
I bet you even Justin Bieber doesn't have a watch spinner.
He pays
I bet
somebody
he has.
to do it.
Yeah, he could pay somebody to just move their wrist.
Here, you wear my
All night.
watches.
Hey, listen, a watch spinner, it's not a fancy thing.
Oh, okay, sure.
Uh-huh.
Your two deep freezers and a watch spinner.
Okay, look up watch spinner. It's like $35.
Wow.
Deep freezes and a watch spinner.
You know, the fact that you know what it is, though.
That's elite level.
Yeah, it's not about the price tag, man. It's about the knowledge.
Yeah, see one for 200.
Knowledge is power.
The knowledge and the need.
The need for, of course, if I have a watch that's a self-winding Rafe, come on. Help me out, buddy.
Nah, you're on your own here.
No.
We're not going back to the colonial days with you, okay? Nobody wants a watch spinner at their house.
The cheapest one that only does one watch is $90.
I live in a duplex.
I got mine on sale.
And you think I'm going to get on this watch spinner?
Here's one on Amazon.
Gravy train with
for
you?
$330. It'll do
I don't have a
8 watches.
$330 watch spinner. It's like a 2-watch spinner.
This is a premium one I found.
Here's a 2 for $130. Cherry
It
wood.
wasn't that
Gold
expensive.
color.
Like,
Anyway,
is it that hard to spin your damn watch? Like, you can't manually do it?
yeah, but then you got to change the time so if you don't have your self-winding watch on the spinner, when you put it on again, then you have to change the time.
Yeah, but isn't it the same time? I mean, I guess every
No, it
daylight
stops.
saving time you have to change it.
No. You see what happens is,
Okay.
you see what happens is, it stops working.
The battery's dead.
There's no battery in it. It's not a battery watch.
I don't understand why
It's-
you're wearing this old
It's
ass
2024.
watch.
Yeah, this is vinyl.
Because the
This
ones
is
you have to
vinyl
wind
Are
up
you
only.
out of your
Analog.
mind?
The one that you wind up yourself takes a lot of time to wind it up real quick, and then it runs all night long, stays time, at the same time, and then the morning you just wind it again. It takes a long time.
Derek,
I didn't know
a
that-
whiner for his watches. #blessed.
Well, yeah, we're in the digital age where you can have perfect atomic timing, and you have a watch that needs to be pampered throughout the day to be able to stay up.
Listen,
I'm
I'm a fancy boy,
surprised.
okay?
I'm surprised this is the most high maintenance thing about you, is this watch.
Oh, this is the surface.
Scott Rizzuto is a fancy boy, okay?
It's like
All right.
baloney.
Anyway,
There's a good
Anyway.
article in the New York Times about this dude.
you guys could go to hell, okay? All of you.
Well,
Well, at least we'll get there on time.
yeah, Mr. Steve Jobs is getting me there. Okay.
The New York Times has one. Do you really need a watch winder? The debate continues.
As it does.
See?
man.
It's moved to the
Articles,
Midwest.
there's been articles written
Also,
about it.
You know what, Rizz? I support you on this.
I don't
think
want
it's
you to
good.
be bringing. I'm glad you're talking about this right now because Tim isn't up because this man has a ton of watches at the house. I don't want no watch winder at our house right now. So he doesn't get up till 6:30.
Okay.
Nobody
All
mentioned
right,
this.
we're off the watch winder.
Honey, the power's out. What about my
We've exhausted
watches?
the watch winder subject.
Just real quick, though. You need
Just let me be happy with my watch winder next to my bed.
I'm going to send you one that you have to get. This one is beautiful. This is legit.
Get it for him for August's birthday.
Don't need anything from you guys. Thank you.
Aw.
Okay.
Hope you had nice weekends.
What the hell else happened this weekend besides that?
Well, you said your band played on Saturday.
Oh yeah, huge crowd. Every
And in,
table was reserved.
Washington?
So they had to get one of those fold-up tables. My mother walks in. She goes,
They had to bring in 2
"There's
fold-up tables.
They did. Jill was pissed. She goes, "There's nowhere for me to sit." I go, "I'm on. The set is starting. I'm like gathering chairs from the whole room for my mother." Anyway, it was great.
Well, you were out in Washington, right?
Yeah,
Washington,
Missouri.
Missouri, yes.
Yeah, not the state.
Not the state of, or the District of Columbia.
And then we got asked, I found this out the next day. Our band manager goes, "Hey, the nudist camp out west wants the band to play." And I said, "Oh, that's very nice, but no, thank you." So the nudist colony that Jeff used to talk about wanted us to come play. And the reason I don't want to do it is
40
because,
acres.
Yes.
Because you won't remember the lyrics?
Because
Well,
you get too turned on.
I will get so turned on,
Can't
but
focus?
also I don't want to have to take pictures with listeners smushing their dongs up to me.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's
First of all, I don't think that happens.
I'm sorry, what?
You think they're going to smush their
I've
bodies
taken so
upon
many
you.
photos with people.
With clothes on, there's an etiquette. There's a whole new set of rules.
Is that a rule? I don't know. Do
Yeah, but
they
think
dance?
of the one really tall guy you're going to stand next to him who's
And
like,
you're
"Oh,
not
this
tall."
is not cool.
Also, are people smashing their dongs up against you with clothes on?
I mean,
'Cause that's
when I
problematic in
when
and of
I
itself.
take pictures of people, we all smash together. So I don't want to have like man and lady bits. I don't want the whole thing.
I
up
mean,
on
are there
my body.
dongs on the side of their like hips?
I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm not sure they're very keen on photos within the thing.
Community.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't want to be touched. You know, I just don't.
Nobody's going to touch you. What do you think? You're going to just be molested?
A lot of people touch me. I love hugging people and having photos at shows, but I am also armpit height and trust me, like people smashing me all the time.
You think that's going to happen as soon as you walk out of the nudist colony?
I don't know.
Everybody's going to want to hug you?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't think it happens that way.
Also, will there be boners? I don't know.
I don't think so.
So many
I don't
questions.
think.
We came to their defense really quickly, didn't we?
I know. What's up with that?
Also, why do you're also assuming it's all dudes?
No, women as well. I know there's women.
There's
you think
flaps
dudes-
out too, you know?
I don't want the boobies smashed into me.
Yeah.
So you think once you guys start playing, just guys are going to get boners?
I don't know. I wear tight clothes and dance. Isn't that why men get boners? I don't know. Not me, but women in leather pants.
Yeah, but they're around naked people all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like
I
they
don't
don't.
know.
That's a faux pas. You're not supposed to get the. You're not supposed to
Do
get.
you think
a boner.
everyone at your shows with clothes on is just hard as a rock?
No,
And
no.
Yeah, you
I'm
think
just-
everybody's got boners underneath their
God,
clothes?
I hope
the
so.
hubris.
No. I also don't want my band to get turned on. It's like a whole thing. That whole thing
Well, so
for
he's got
me.
a little.
is
He
not
can rest the
interesting.
bass. That'll help hold the bass up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, very nice of them to want us out there. I
think you guys should do it. Did you ask the rest of the guys?
Yeah.
When they're all in.
Were they in?
No. Nobody's down.
Gig's a gig, mate. Gig's a gig.
Yeah, gig's a gig.
Well, if the nudist colony's listening, you want to do a comedy show, I'm all in, baby.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be tight. I'd probably record that. That'd be the first ever nudist comedy special.
That's
I
your
wonder if
second
there is
special.
one.
Because if you think it's weird to watch naked people, watch them laugh involuntarily and everything jiggling and shaking, that'll be a real test of my mettle.
All right, I need you guys to jump on the count of 3.
I wonder if there has ever been a comedy special filmed at a nudist colony.
I doubt it.
Do it.
I'm sure they would love to have you.
I think I've heard of comedians talk about that where they performed in front of a nudist or something, but I don't know if it's a colony.
Naked people love to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
They love to laugh. Mm-hmm. Bring the comedy to them.
How did we get the word colony over there, by the way? Why isn't it just a nudist group? A nudist camp?
Because they took over.
They colonized, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's their
Colonialism.
it's their land.
You know what I'm saying, though? It just seems so, I don't know, not appropriate. Colony. It just seems,
Should they use like clan instead?
different.
No, we use clan.
No?
I think camp.
Camp, nudist camp, nudist
But do
group.
they live there?
I don't
think so.
know.
I think there's like, no.
I think they
it's-
visit.
yeah, I think
it's like a retreat.
Yeah, with like cabins and stuff,
Oh, okay.
right? I don't know.
I'm sure there's some where people do
I
live.
don't know. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Not in Missouri, though. I don't think.
It's 40 acres. I think that's what it's called.
I think so.
I think you should do it. And I think Rafe should open.
Well,
How
if the
big is it?
station wants to get behind it and we can make some money and nobody will touch me with their
You'll make money.
penises,
They'll
I'm
pay you.
good.
Nobody's going to touch you with their penis.
Okay. Hey, you know what? That's your job that day. You make sure you be on high
I'll
alert.
be your...
You're the wang slapper.
That's right.
You slap them away like the bodyguard and carry her off stage like Kevin Costner.
You also have to make sure that nobody in my band gets an erection and no erections
Yeah.
come near me.
Done and done.
Cool.
Yep, let's get this on the books. Moon was in Orlando.
Yeah, back in Orlando.
Back in Orlando on Saturday for a show. Looked like a good lineup. 311
Huge.
Sublime. You guys played.
Yeah, huge crowd. I mean, basically, all of our friends were there, and including Jacob Knoll, Brad Knoll's son, leading the new Sublime, or the old Sublime, if you will. Man, I'll tell you what, man, that kid is cool as heck. Super, super humble, very talented, and man, he sounds like his dad in such an eerie way. It was kind of goosebumpy a few times, and they started with Garden Grove.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was
You
so
sent
dope.
a video of that,
That's how they
and that's
started.
what they've been opening up their shows with.
So chill, and then they get in. But Brad, like nobody was like singing that in the '90s, especially in this weird kind of like beachy reggae dub stuff, like with his like gut. And this kid sounds like that.
Well, I was trying to explain to my wife when you sent the video over. I was sitting next to her. You sent me their opening song, And I was like, man, it's sad the way the lead singer of Sublime died before they hit big. Like, so before the self-titled record came out with Santeria and What I Got and all the big songs, the dude died. So he never got to see the success. I mean, they had moderate success kind of regionally. They had a couple records out, but nothing broke big like
but not
when the
headlining
self-titled came out.
giant festivals across the planet for 20 years.
So that's sad, number one. But also, how cool is it that his son, who was a baby at the time, like it was a newborn kid, that the son is now taking over the band, singing the songs that the dad wrote.
Yeah.
And never really got to see become the thing they became.
Pretty rad, man. It was pretty poetic to see. And cherry on top, like, he's just a nice, humble kid. So I'm rooting for him, man. I'm cheering for that band. If you get a chance to see him, definitely see it, because I think...
Well, I hope they come around. That'd be something I definitely would go check out. I'm like when it comes to Sublime, I'll get like a mood. Like maybe for a couple weeks, and I go, all right, let me check out Sublime.
Yeah, it's like them Dirty Heads, and you're like, woohoo!
Yeah, it's one of those bands too. When you see them, you go, man, that record was pretty perfect. I think I'm going to listen to Sublime for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that's what I get to like.
And that's what happens. But he injects an energy. He's only 28 years old, and he's just got this fun, youthful, modest, but like kind of reckless energy, and it's cool. It's
and with
cool.
that being said, today being April 29th, whenever I hear this date, everybody goes, April 29th, 1992. There was a riot on the street. Tell me, where were you?
Yep.
If you know, you know.
311 was perfect, as always.
Nah, not as always.
I've seen them a lot these last couple of years.
Not as always.
We play a lot with them, and they're pretty spot on these days. They are pretty flawless every show for a lot of good reasons.
Yes, Rafe?
What color is their energy?
Rich.
Amber. Oh, buddy.
Rich.
Okay, cool.
Amber is the color of their
Man,
energy.
you kick into that song, and
You know.
you have thousands of people.
Dang, that's actually perfect.
Thank you.
Now I'm in the mood for 311.
And Orlando, I'm sure, perfect weather.
It was perfect. You know, all the guys from LA, because half the band's from LA, they're like, dude, it's so hot. Like, we're going to be in our suits. We're going to melt. And it was like 80 degrees and overcast, but they're just not used to the humidity. It was very St. Louis. It was perfect. But we had gators right next to the dressing room. So that was wild, because it was like warning people, people were smoking right next to our trailer. And every once in a while, security had to come over and be like, hey, just make sure you're not stepping too close to this water. There's alligators all throughout here. And sure enough, we saw 2 or 3 come up right by the dressing room. So that's kind of fun, having that on the rider. I did donate another high-quality pocket knife to the TSA.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, I've been there.
Idiot.
Idiot.
I was so upset, man. I get in, and I do the hands up, little thing goes, and he goes, what's this in your pocket? I went, no!
You don't pat yourself?
I do, but man, most of the time. But 1 out of every 100 flights I forget, because I put it up here in this pocket. And I usually have 2 knives on me, so I always remember the one.
Always armed to the teeth.
And I forgot this one, and it's a really nice...
Well, now it's property of the TSA.
Yeah, so he gets it, and he hands it to the other guy, and the other guy takes it, and he goes, Moon? And I go, yeah, and he goes, I thought I recognized your voice, because I was whining about it. And I was like, hey, man. And he seemed really nice and like super cool, obviously Rizz Show fan. And I go, hey, dude.
Yeah, he recognized this. Moon? Oh, is that Moon from the Rizz Show?
So he goes, he puts it in this drawer, and I go, hey, man, I'll be back on Sunday. What would he say? You working on Sunday? And he goes, man, I wish I could. That's not what happens. So, well, what happens? And he goes, they collect them once a week, and who knows where it goes.
Pawn shops.
On their website.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
It goes to other TSA guys who go, cool knife.
I asked him. That's what I was trying to get out of him. Like, hey, man, just so you know, and because he looked at it, he goes, yeah, it's a super nice knife.
Love you guys up there.
He's like,
I know what happens.
Yeah, he goes, Benchmade. That's a really nice one. And I was like, I know, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? I've given him at least $1,000.
Okay, so I got a buddy. This is a long time ago, who was on like the Vice Squad, like the police Vice Squad, and he was he was on the bootleg shirt division.
Wow,
that's a tough gig.
Yeah, it is.
So he'd be undercover busting bootleg shirt sellers outside of concerts. Mm-hmm. And this guy would, confiscate garbage bags full of
Poison shirts.
bootleg shirts.
Aerosmith.
So he'd be outside a Tool show, and, it wasn't official merchandise. It was, King Scott's got an in with somebody who gets these fake shirts, and King Scott's outside selling. Shirts inside $60. Scott's outside selling them for $25.
It's a great deal. Very similar
So
artwork.
he would go and bust these guys and get garbage bags full of shirts.
Yeah.
And hey, what do you do with the shirts? Destroy them? He goes, no, what do you want?
He's got all sorts of them.
That's awesome.
We got a trailer. We're selling them now.
I got like 60 bootleg Tool shirts in my house.
I got an ELO shirt from Madison Square Garden a couple years ago, bootleg shirt. Because, it was so exciting. I have a real ELO tour shirt, but then got the bootleg one from New York.
I ever tell you the story? I brought my brother to his first ever concert. Mm-hmm. Primus at the Roseland Ballroom. He was a huge Primus fan. I think I was 17. He was 14 years old. I said, let me take you to your first show. Went to go see Primus. After the show, everybody's waiting out back behind the building because Les Claypool was going to come out, and everybody's kind of lined up, and everybody's got their Sharpies out. I said, let's get an autograph. So we bought a bootleg shirt off the street, and there's my 14-year-old brother, smile on his face with his Sharpie.
Cute.
And Les Claypool from Primus is going down the line, takes my brother's shirt, goes, I don't sign bootlegs, throws it back in his
Whoa.
face, right to the next person.
Aw, man.
Nice.
Damn.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Also, what an eye. That was good.
Like within a second, I don't sign bootleg shirts. Boom. If the shirt went over his face,
Little 14-year-old kid. Oh.
he walked away with the shirt over his face.
Did he even know it was technically a bootleg, or he just think it was the same thing that they were selling inside?
My brother?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. That's what that's
I didn't. I was 17. I
Yeah,
was
you see him
17.
selling
I didn't know.
Because they look legit.
I thought it was a guy selling a shirt. I didn't know the business.
Yep. They're
I
usually
thought, well,
friendly.
these are way cheaper than the ones inside. I don't know who gets the money.
Well, you got educated
That day.
the tough way.
the hard way.
That day changed my life. And my brother's life. And now we both have watch winders next to our.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay?
And illegal
So there you
shirts.
go.
Primus
You lost,
doesn't.
listen, you lost a knife.
I lost a knife, but I had a good time.
You had a good time.
Pilot saw me and loves the band, and he was like, "Yo, can we get a picture?" And I didn't know this, but he took his wings off real fast. It's like, "Oh, I gotta make sure." Yeah, what do you call these things? Like that are up on the shoulder.
Lapels? Epaulets.
Yeah.
The thing that goes over the little. You know what I mean?
I think they're called epaulets.
Okay, he was like, and I've seen him before, and super nice dude. But he was like, "Oh, before we take the picture, we got to take those off." I guess there's like a thing where the pilots, if they're.
Did he give you like a pin on wings? Go, here you go, little sport.
Here you go, little
want to see
fella.
the cockpit?
No, you're already giving those away for the day. I didn't get that. My favorite part, though, guys.
Pilot for the day, guys. All right.
Yay!
Right.
You know what my favorite part of the whole day was, though? Old boy was A2.
Nice.
A2. And then on the way back, A1, my first A1. I know. I got the board first. It was the
Congratulations.
coolest thing ever.
Did you laugh at everyone?
No, so I got in and I was row, I don't know, probably like 6th row, right? And I'm a window guy, and I've told you how proud I am being the best flyer to fly next to because I will never get up. Well, that all changed on the first flight over. I almost had an accident. I had to go so bad. It was like halfway through, and I was like, I'm sweating. I'm like, I gotta go, but I don't want to be this guy.
You're also trying to keep your
Pushing cloth.
Yeah, it was like slightly like.
Pushing cloth.
And there was like an older gal next to me, like just really dressed to the nines, looked great, and just kind of happy. Who knows where she was going, whatever. And then this other guy next to her. So it's just me and her and him. She's awake. She's like on her iPad or her book or something like that, and he sleeping. And I'm just like, maybe I can wait until
Just start farting in your seat.
Kind of moves.
It's all right.
What do I do here? What do I do? And I was like, I gotta go. I just have to be that guy, and I'm sorry, but I mean, it's not that big a deal, right?
No.
And I was like, man, I'm sorry. I don't even know what. I just started
God,
mumbling to her,
jeez.
and she's like, oh, I get it. And and she taps this guy. He doesn't move, and she taps him again. He doesn't move, and She taps him, and guys, the world ended. The world ended for this guy. He goes,
Oh, yeah, to make a whole thing.
puts his hair behind his ears, and then he
had long hair.
Then he slams down his computer.
That's who was sitting next to me.
Then he moves his computer over here, and then he gets his jacket and he pulls it over here, and then he empties the stuff in his thing and puts it on his lap, and then he puts his stuff over here.
If you have the aisle seat,
I'm still going.
You have to know that may happen.
Yeah, your dad, you're in charge of the row.
This guy huffed at least 6 or 7 breaths while he grabbed everything. Then he grabs his shoes. I didn't even know his shoes were off.
Oh, God.
Puts his shoes back on, and he's doing this so everyone sees it. He's making a production of his left shoe, and then here's my right shoe that I have to put back on, and all these other things. And then he grabs it all and slams it in the chair as he stands up. Look, what a turd. So I vocally said, very, very passive-aggressively, I was like, I guess it's the end of the world. And the lady laughed, and I was just like, man, what? Why?
And now he drew attention to you going to, you're like, why'd you have to do it now?
Well, he's going to have to get up again when you come back. So.
Everyone's timing me.
Did he take his shoes off again before you got back?
No, when I came back, he was still standing, like cross-armed, waiting for me, making a scene still, standing. Oh, it was just such a bummer.
I'm glad you all survived.
Such a bummer.
I'm glad he survived. With his disgusting socks out.
Nothing like that, though, that A1 thing. And I guess it comes with a, if you get that business exclusive, it comes with a drink ticket. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
I couldn't give that thing away. I was trying to give it to people. I don't
Yeah, well, they must have paid extra for the...
They must have paid extra, but it's like, it's only booze. It doesn't get me anything else special. I don't want the booze.
Well, booze is special.
Yeah, but like, give me something special for the non-booze. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, hey, can I trade this in for like, a bigger bag of chips or something?
No.
They're like, no, you can get alcohol.
Booze or nothing.
And I was like, oh, okay. Anything else?
No.
Like, no, wine or beer.
No, it's a drink ticket. You can't trade up for something else.
I felt like Jeff. I was like, cash equivalent, please?
No, you can't.
Can I trade this in for $3?
I was, my buddy had a little kind of bachelor party get-together.
Cool.
Saturday. Yeah, it was all right. Went to Top Golf and wound up at Four Hands.
Wow.
Over there in the district.
You did the whole day?
I did most of the day.
Good.
And then went to Lit Cigar Bar. Anybody ever been there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a cool
Every
place.
weekend.
Like the band Lit has a cigar bar?
No,
If they don't, they should.
It's lit as in a cigar is lit. So it's, they got a bar in there, and you smoke a cigar, you come out smelling like an ashtray.
Was it lit, bro?
It's fine.
Did you smoke a cigar?
I did.
Cool.
It was lovely. Had myself a burger at High Point.
I had High Point this weekend, too. They got that 4th time getting a...
I know.
It's awful.
Yeah, Headline High Point Drive-In burglarized again. Thieves get away with almost nothing. So this was on Fox 2's site. Another break-in at the High Point Drive-In has its owner and customers upset. In a Facebook post, the restaurant confirmed the burglary happened early Sunday morning. Employees tell Fox 2 it's the 4th break-in in the span of 2 years and the 2nd in the past 6 months. 2 a.m. Sunday morning. This is at McCausland at Skinker, that location. The one where they have the Good Burger car inside.
Is that the original location, the first location?
I believe so. Yeah. The manager says burglars used a brick to break through one of the business's large windows. Second time in 6 months at this particular window on the south side of the building, shattered by burglars. And there's surveillance video from inside. I mean, you see the guys, 5 burglars entered the building. They didn't get away with anything. They said they broke 2 drawer holders, stealing one, leaving the other, neither on any cash. The one they did get had a $2,500 gift card. But what are they going to do with that?
Right.
What are they going to do with a gift card?
Wow.
Go to another High Point? Thieves also apparently damaged the safe, unable to get inside it or remove it from the property. They said the burglars also emptied 3 kegs before leaving the premises. So that sucks.
So they just wasted they just opened them up and let them pour out on the floor? Or?
I don't know. They just said emptied 3 kegs.
Maybe they rolled them out and that's what they stole.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks. We saw that yesterday. So we ordered from the Baldwin location just to kind of support them. They're like, help us. They have to pay to get that fixed. And
I don't know. They're doing pretty well over the district.
Yeah.
On Saturday. And then you see what happened to Gus's Pretzels?
No.
Oh, yeah. Somebody ran
Somebody
in the car, right?
Drove into the building.
Right.
Is this on Friday?
This was on Saturday, so the day after
The
Pretzel Day.
day after Pretzel Day.
The day
You
after
gotta be
National
kidding me.
Pretzel Day, somebody ran into the Gus's building. I mean, hard. And if you saw, did you see the
I
pictures
saw
of
the
it?
picture, yeah. It's crazy.
The entire side of the building, like a corner of the building, is
I'm amazed at how the structure stayed up.
Gus's Pretzels hit by a black Ford Focus, 5:45 p.m. Saturday. The impact left the car on the sidewalk surrounded by bricks with a gaping hole in the building. And the 23-year-old woman who crashed into the building ran. Police got her later on.
Was she drunk? What was up?
I don't know. But the day after Pretzel Day, that building down there near the brewery. I mean, that's some damage.
It's an older building, isn't it? Like a historic building?
They've been there forever, right?
Yeah.
Gus's? Yeah, it sucks. That sucks. Also this weekend, just some headlines. Just some stuff around, kind of pulled these stories. Headline restaurant cook accused of putting genitals in food. This is up our alley, right?
Which restaurant?
Nothing around here. This is in Houston.
Okay, thank God.
That's very useful.
It's just next time you go out to dinner, just think about this story.
Kind of food.
A restaurant cook in Houston is accused of putting his genitals on open food items.
Like a turkey sandwich or like chicken noodle soup?
I don't know. It doesn't say. The restaurant is called Culture. Look up Houston Culture. Kulture. On April 4th, Harris County deputies arrived at the restaurant Culture and saw a surveillance video from the manager showing 27-year-old Othello Lorenzo Holmes. His name is Othello. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
What kind of grub here? 4.4 stars.
They have brunch.
What kind of grub is it? Let's see the menu here.
They got
They have gourmet popcorn and burgers.
Why doesn't it give me the menu? Oh, view menu, what restaurant? Here we go. They got a main menu and a cocktail menu. Oh, look at that. That's
Caesar salad.
They're known for their spotted dick. That's pretty cool.
Stop it, Scott.
Okay.
collard green arancini. Bantu spiced lamb hummus. Star
okay.
Wars fans.
Anyway,
Crab Caesar.
Othello Holmes was seen placing his genitals on food items.
It had to be the grass-fed ribeye.
When interviewed by investigators, he said that he, quote, had these urges frequently and has a history of sexual offenses. Following the controversy, the restaurant immediately shut down and fired the employee. The restaurant also threw away everything in the kitchen.
Including the coconut toffee brown butter banana bread?
The restaurant threw all kitchen items and has not served a single person since April 4th because of this a-hole.
They got a $22 burger.
Okay.
That's the kind of place.
They have a huge following, too, like 50,000.
I don't know what he put his junk on, but probably in the hummus. I'm going to assume in the hummus.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like something you'd put your junk on. I put my junk right in the hummus. Enjoy. Yeah, so since April 4th, the place has been closed. Hopefully they reopen this week, but they threw everything out, did a deep clean.
Jeez.
They don't know what this guy was putting his junk on. This guy's been charged with indecent assault, which eventually led investigators to dig more into his phone and his past, and they found all sorts of like crazy child porn. And so this guy hopefully doesn't see the light of day for a long, long, long time. So Othello Holmes, goodbye.
Bye, Holmes.
Bye, Holmes. This other story here, when you were kids, harken back. You ever think there were monsters in your room?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. One time saw a shadow person. Freaked me out.
Yeah, as long as my cat was with me, though, we were both going to die. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, there was one that would stand at the end of my hallway when I was a kid. I could see him almost every night.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird.
Yeah, I had a fear of like a closet monster.
Yeah.
Like there was something behind the clothes.
Oh, I thought it was a monster that, really wasn't ready to come out yet.
No, in the closet, no.
Right.
Like a gay,
you just said
like
closet.
a gay monster.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a closeted monster.
All my monsters were straight, so don't worry.
Monster in the closet. There was nothing under the bed. It was just in the closet. I have to make sure the closet door was closed before I went to bed. Rafe?
Yeah, I had like a childhood experience that I'm sure it was like probably sleep paralysis maybe, but I swear to this day, like I woke up with like a monster on my holding me down. I tried to run to my mom and dad's room, and I remember like it grabbing my arm, and I had to pull away and fell in the hallway. Like, it's a very traumatic memory. I was very young, like 5, and I'm guessing I have sleep paralysis now, and maybe that was like the first time it happened to me, because they say that's where like the sleep demon tales come from, about like a demon sitting on your chest.
Yeah.
But man, it felt real, and then after that, I always thought,
Like sleep paralysis would be you're awake but you can't move.
yeah, and I remember like trying to scream for my mom or my dad, and like I couldn't get up. And then when I did get up, we had bunk beds, and my brother was on top, and I remember trying to run and like something grabbing my arm. It's very traumatic, and I know that it's probably psychosomatic, and maybe I dreamt it, but it felt so real that like my brain's like, no, that happened.
Do you still get sleep paralysis?
Oh yeah.
Frequently?
Not frequently. It comes and goes, but like when I get it, I usually get it in clusters. I'll get it like 3 nights in a row.
Whoa.
I just get up.
Usually after you eat Mexican food.
It's the word. No, it's the worst thing in the world, dude.
What's the trick? I've never had that before.
It is awful because you feel like someone's in the room with you, and you are literally like the Tin Man. You're frozen. You're awake. You're fully aware of your surroundings, but you cannot move.
Well, this little girl was complaining to her mom, like, I think there's monsters in my room. And the mom tried to reassure her, like, listen, little girl, there's no monsters in your room. She says they'd been watching the movie Monsters, Inc. And the mom was like, probably that. Probably Monsters, Inc. We just seen that. It's a little kid. The toddler started to have night terrors, with the mom saying she was just freaking out. She didn't have to stay in her room. Kept saying there were monsters. We thought maybe she was experiencing a little regression since, I guess, the mom just had a baby, a couple months prior. All that's traumatic for a kid. Then a couple weeks ago, the mom and husband noticed that a couple bees were entering their attic. And since they live in a 100-year-old farmhouse, they decided to go ahead and call a pest control company. Once they were informed that they were honeybees, they had a different approach. They thought, all right, we'll just, contact a beekeeper. We'll get the bees out of there, patch up a hole, no big deal. When they figured out what was happening, bees were getting down behind the walls, and it wasn't a monster at all in the room. It was 50,000 bees behind the wall.
Wowie.
You know who they needed? The beekeeper.
Yeah. Get Jason Statham in there.
Do you have a problem with bees?
Hey, remember when, like the 90s, we had that 90s version, early 90s version of all the horror movies from like the 30s and 40s that were, like Them, it was giant ants, and Beginning of the End was giant grasshoppers. And in the 90s, there was some movie, and I want to say that guy from Coach was in it. Where it was
Craig T. Nelson?
Yeah, where it was bees that just like
Candyman?
No. This was just bees, just like overran the world. Because Candyman was like a monster with bees associated or something. This was like, it was one of those like Lifetime type movies. But I remember just being really into those. Bees are gonna attack the house. But I feel like I was just young enough to be like, man, I swear this could happen. This could happen.
Yeah, well, this poor girl was telling the truth. There were bees in the wall. First, they got out 20,000 bees and a 100-pound chunk of honeycomb. Then they came back, took another 20,000 bees out. And then they're going to have to probably go in and grab another 20,000 bees. So, yeah, the kid was right. Something in the walls.
There was a movie called The Swarm in 1978.
There's Deadly Invasion.
Craig T. Nelson was, he was in Poltergeist. So he would, he did 2.
That was the other movie that made me like the clown.
Oh,
Poltergeist 2
yeah.
with the little clown under the kid's bed. I remember like thinking that something was going to be under my. That was the first time I thought something was under my bed, and I would not like go pee in the middle of the night.
Yeah, the
I'd
clown.
hold it. Thought when my feet hit the floor, a little clown was going to grab it.
Yeah.
For a while.
Well, here's one from 1995 called Deadly Invasion, The Killer Bee Nightmare. And the lead, the dad, is Chad Ingram. And he, like when you're 14, you don't know the difference between Craig T. Nelson and Robert Hayes. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Robert Hayes. Yeah, Robert Hayes is the guy from Airplane.
Ryan Phillippe is in it?
Isn't Ryan Hayes? No, I'm sorry, go back up. Go back down. Robert Hayes. He's got from Airplane, right?
The lead?
He does look like
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the dude from
Yeah.
Airplane.
Yeah, so I mean, like it was. I knew that it was a guy that I was seeing a lot in the '90s. If you know,
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
was
saying.
one of those 80s, 90s actors.
Right.
He just was in stuff.
Yeah, Airplane, Starman, a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, Attack of the Killer or whatever, something about killer bees. But yeah, man, that's not a. I love bees, but that's not a fun thing.
Yeah.
Imagine that kid's gonna have a few nights of no sleepy after that.
Yep. This one about wiping your butt. The one thing that colorectal doctors would never use on their butts. You ready for this?
Yeah.
We've all been told to wipe from front to back and use a squatty. Who's got a squatty potty?
I do.
Anybody got a squatty potty?
Oh, yeah.
Or a phone book.
A phone book?
I mean, it's just you just need a stool, man.
Yeah, you
Squatty
need a
potty's
stool.
just
No, but it's
Cool
squatty potty.
shapes.
Over here.
Yeah, cool shaped stool.
The squatty potty.
Somebody bought us one, and we were like, it felt like a scam. I didn't notice it. Some people swear by them, though.
I mean, we have one, pretty much for every toilet, I think.
We
Do
just
you
have one
really?
in the extra one.
Dang.
And that's where, like, Tim's always in there. He loves it.
The squatty potty?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the science
Right.
seems sound. It's compelling.
I mean, you could tell a difference when you use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to position your body as if, you were a caveman.
Yeah, where your tubes are more
Naturally.
open.
Like how one would naturally
Yeah, it's a better
go
slide.
number two.
if
Right.
you will.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've been told, the squatty potty's good. So when it comes to the bathroom and what not to do, some colorectal and gastrointestinal doctors have one product they do not always recommend. Ladies and gentlemen, wet wipes.
Really?
Wet wipes.
Why?
Now, this is not to say that every doctor's totally against them. However, there are some potential drawbacks that you may want to consider before, grabbing a dude wipe. Wet wipes can cause irritation and other issues post-bathroom. Although wet wipes are marketed to provide a better clean down there, especially after going number two, you're generally not supposed to wipe with wet wipes because they can be actually more harmful than helpful. One doctor says the use of wet wipes is a common cause of perianal dermatitis, a rash around your butthole. And you want that?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, that sounds like people are using the wet wipe and then not drying their anus. And
Well-
therefore,
I thought of that as well.
okay.
And that is kind of addressed in this article. The irritation caused by wet wipes can be secondary to certain ingredients and preservatives, the disruption of good bacteria, even the residual moisture left behind. So a gastroenterologist at New York, NYU, says the materials used in some wet wipes may be abrasive or rough, exacerbating irritation, especially in individuals with sensitive skin or conditions like hemorrhoids or anal fissures. Wet wipes generally contain alcohol or fragrances that could irritate your beehole.
Yep. And formaldehyde.
Plus excess moisture that isn't dry before leaving the restroom, this is to your point, can promote the growth of bacteria or fungi. You want fungi in your beehole?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Does he have a good personality?
I was saying, I don't know any type of guy. I don't know any type of anybody.
In the case that you want to use a wet wipe, you're best off looking for an alcohol and fragrance-free wipe. Although this won't completely eliminate the potential for irritation, it could help take away some risk factors. Outside from causing irritation, wet wipes aren't good for the pipes. I mean, the actual plumbing in your house, which is why doctors recommend steering clear when possible. There is no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to wiping your ass, but doctors recommend toilet paper and a bidet. Good old teepee and a bidet.
All right.
Bidets have been used in a number of European countries for years, and they say in this article the U.S. is slowly hopping on the bandwagon. One doctor says, from a medical perspective, incorporating a bidet into one's hygiene routine can help maintain optimal beehole health
Be an optimal beehole.
and reduce the risk of various dermatological and infectious complications associated with inadequate cleansing practices. The doctor said, gently wipe from front to back until the paper's clean. Never scrub the beehole.
Also, not use my toothbrush anymore.
Never
stop that.
scrub the beehole.
No need to exfoliate that thing. That's great.
So that's your medical news for today.
That is awesome.
Appreciate you.
I hope
Thank
there's
you.
somebody's like, oh man, I had no idea. You know, like they've been doing it the wrong way, but they listened to the show
Yeah.
this morning. Now you know.
Just listen, not to say that wet wipes are bad. Just don't use them all the time.
Be careful out there.
Just be
You
careful
need 'em
out there, guys.
sometimes, dude.
You need them sometimes.
When you're
There are
having
some
that day where it's
messy
just
situations.
Oh yeah.
or just when it just won't end. You know, it feels like you got a brown Sharpie upside down.
Oh.
You're like, what's going on? I'm on my 30th wipe here.
Right. Just get in the shower.
Something else has to
It's time
happen.
to get in the shower. Time to hop in
Where's
the shower.
this coming from?
Yeah, time to hit the showers, Rafe.
I guess so. Every once in a while, I'm not alone.
No, you're not. Everybody listening right now.
Everybody knows.
that you're
Everybody
not.
Everybody's had that
knows.
day where you're just like, what the hell's going on?
Did I
back there?
swallow a brown Sharpie?
Yeah.
And the cap fell off?
Crayon sticking out of my ass right now.
And before we move on, there's one thing that our kids, or kids of the generation growing up now, will never get to experience. 1-900 numbers.
Oh yes.
1-900 numbers, and somebody dug up an old 80s ad for a hotline you'd just call to cry.
You just cried to them?
It was 1-900-9099 cry.
Whoa.
Dude, listen to this. I don't remember this one, but
Bring that one back.
listen to this.
What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call. 1-900-9099-CRY.
Yeah.
Wait a second. You call and listen to crying?
No, you cry.
Are you sure?
But can I call and listen? Because I'd rather do that.
That ad made it sound like you're calling
No,
to
it's
hear someone
women.
cry.
If you watch the ad, it's women with the receiver to their ears crying.
You know what? I mean, that's a pretty primitive way to try to handle, like, letting somebody know that you're there listening.
It's BetterHelp. That's what BetterHelp is.
But
it seems like
you're
a
not
good-
getting any advice on the other end.
No,
you're
but
just crying into the
sometimes-
phone.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to do that and, like, surrender and be seen for the surrender.
Right.
And that's a part
For
of it.
$2 for the first minute and 45 cents each additional minute.
Well, I was wondering about how the ad was going to go because the first thing I think of with the 900 numbers is the last like bastion of them that were being advertised was the pick up the phone. You guys remember those?
Oh no, I got some. I looked up some weird
You don't
900
remember that?
numbers from the
No.
80s.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I do.
It was pick up the phone. It was the cheesiest like 1-900 numbers ever, but they would always be on like MTV late at night. You'd be watching Sandblast or whatever video thing, and the last ad of the set would always be pick up the phone.
was it like one of those party call lines?
I don't know. I just remember the theme song and how cheesy it was.
Well, this is just you cry into the phone. I don't know who's on the other end, but the ad is just women crying. That's it. It's not an operator crying. It's not like you call and listen to somebody cry. It's you crying into the phone. I looked up some weird 80s 900 numbers. Can't get enough Corey Haim and Corey Feldman in your life?
Oh, please.
Well, call Corey and Corey.
Guess what? Corey Haim and Corey Feldman are giving out their personal numbers. If you call 1-900-909-3700, you can listen to their private phone messages and get their personal number where you can leave them a message of your own. $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Pick up the phone was definitely a sex line, dude.
So so it was multiple.
Confessions.
So like, yeah, USA Network late night phone commercials, and it would do multiple ones. So here's one like secret confessions, and another one was don't want to be alone tonight. Here, give me some audio. Let's see if we can get these.
Nobody else is supposed to know. Always interesting. Secret confessions. All of America is talking about secret confessions. $5 for the first minute, $1 each additional minute for adults only. Sometimes you just need to get something off your chest. So call. Secret confession. I know a secret.
Dang, where's the song? There was one where
I just sent you one that's to pick up the phone when I found it on TikTok.
yeah, the gal at the end would always pick up the phone.
It's just a bunch of girls' heads floating around. And it's the phone that look like lips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted one of those so bad.
I think I remember that.
I just emailed it to you.
They would play it. I mean, it was on network TV. I swear it was on channel like 2 or 5 or something.
Do you love the band Warrant? Because you could call the Warrant fan hotline.
Really?
Audio Entertainment presents Warrant.
Yeah, we like to rock and roll. We like to do a lot of other things, too.
Call the Warrant Rock Line.
We'll give you
Warrant
the
Rock
warm,
Line.
hard facts on our personal lives. Our fans always come first.
Just $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute.
Yeah, I'd call that. Hello? Me and Uncle Tom were fishing. It was getting pretty late. No, I don't want to hear this
Tom's
one.
Cabin?
Yeah,
That's a great song.
That's a good B-side Warrant song, dude.
There was the Roommates Sexy Time hotline. Let's see if I get this one on there.
Roommates are special.
Yeah.
Together, they share their private romances.
Wow.
Call and be a part of it. 12 minutes minimum of ultimate fun. Call 1-900-737-2233.
Who's turned on?
12-minute minimum.
Don't keep them waiting.
$3 per minute.
12 minutes minimum at $3 per minute.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Golly.
Oh, you got it, Moon?
Yeah, here's
Hit
this
it.
one.
Don't be lonely. Let's party.
Oh, yeah.
That phone.
Don't be alone tonight. Let's
There
party.
was some...
Oh, you want to do the WWF hotline? Here we go.
Remember this phone number, 1-900-909-WWF-8. If you call right now, you'll get exclusive WrestleMania 8 interviews straight from Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, and other superstars. You'll also hear updates and results from the greatest WWF event in history. Cost of the call, $1.49 for the first minute, 99 cents for each additional minute. Kids, ask your parents.
God, to hear those, $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute.
Yeah, now I'm doing math. But you get to hear recorded interviews of WWF stars.
Well, I've told this story on the air before, but my friend Derek and he was a huge WWF guy, and we ran up like a $300 phone bill trying to talk to Hulk Hogan. Because you'd get the B Squad. That's how they would get you. They'd get kids calling.
Man, it's Coco
They'd hang up
Beware
and
again.
call back. Yeah, it'd be Hillbilly Jim. It's Coco Beware. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And we're trying to get Hogan and Macho Man and
But you got Jim Duggan on the line and hung up?
I mean, it wasn't Jim Duggan. It was just...
It was a recording.
I don't want to sit there and listen to him just scream into the phone. And I remember, man, he got in so much trouble.
Well, how about who was a big fan of the Munsters?
Me.
Who wants to talk to Grandpa Al Lewis?
Who doesn't?
Hiya, kids. It's me, your friend Grandpa. I gotta tell you, I am starting a new club, and I want you to join. It's called the Junior Vampires of America. I mean, you'll hear scary monster stories. Now, to call, you gotta ask your parents' permission and call this phone number, 1-900-909-4300.
I always say, ask your parents' permission.
Can you imagine?
No kid did.
Knowing damn well they weren't going to do it.
Can you imagine that was like, okay? Can you imagine seeing a commercial today? It was like, we're trying to sell you something. Ask your parents. Wink.
Right.
Ask your parents. $3 the first minute,
It's
45
called
cents
the
each
Are You
additional
18
minute.
button on all the porn sites.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Okay. Seems legit.
Did you call Grandpa Al Lewis and we were on the phone with him for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
The other,
Yeah, it was good.
I remember everybody got in trouble also for the Nintendo helpline. Pre-internet, if you had like a Nintendo game, they had like a Nintendo magazine. Like if you were stuck on a part of a game, you could call in and get like a walkthrough by like a Nintendo
Oh,
expert.
yes.
Let us walk you through level 3 of Castlevania or Mega Man.
Yes, that was it. You
I'm
said that was
stuck
in
on
the
level 16.5 of Bionic Commando.
That was in the magazine.
Yeah, and then like the Nintendo Power magazine.
Yes.
and that,
Those were awesome.
Dude, everybody was getting lit up at home for calling that.
Nintendo Power. What
It was
a
expensive.
magazine.
What a
dude.
dude,
I forgot
good
about
quality,
that.
too, by the
Every
way.
time it would come out, I'd be like, oh, yes.
It was huge. You'd have like maps of Zelda. And, I mean, this
Yeah.
was pre-internet.
Yeah.
You guys are all talking about calling the Nintendo helpline. Meanwhile, my girlfriends and I, slumber party wise, were any dirty phrasing that we could get within 7 letters, we were doing it. Like like sex babes, like 1-900-sex babes, and then we'd call, and then there would be a recording, and it'd be all dirty and steamy, and we'd hang up, and we'd think of another terrible thing that we could possibly punch in.
You guys were calling the Tiffany fan hotline.
No, we were not.
Just say from the one who loves you, baby.
Hi, this is Tiffany, and I'm so excited you can reach me now on my private phone line. Just call 1-900-909-TIFF. I have so many things
909-TIFF. My private line, you're calling me.
Man, that is so cool.
Like I have a payphone in my room.
That was the gateway to the internet, being in those chat rooms and being like, acting like you were older than you were.
Here it is, Rafe. 1-900-HOT hints, video game hints.
I'm not alone.
Call Hot Hints for the best Nintendo strategies.
Oh, I give up.
Don't give up. Call 1-900-HOT-HINTS and supercharge your game.
Cool. I can select all my favorite games.
There's hundreds of action-packed hints full of secret passwords on all the latest Nintendo games.
Call for passwords. It was crazy.
Fast, fun,
People were getting
and it's
lit up
$1.65 a minute. Now I have the power.
Yeah, it's a guy on his couch holding up a Nintendo controller.
And for $1.65 a minute, now I have the power. Everything was about power.
Yep. Well,
Power.
We got in trouble because we did the psychic hotlines. We would call them and prank them, or so we thought. But they can obviously hear
They
some
were
little
pranking
kids
you.
on there. Yeah. Like, we'll take that money. Thank you. That's $1,000 out of your buddy's grandma's house there.
Jose Canseco had one. I don't got the audio of this. 1-900-234-HOSE.
Wow.
1-900-909-UFOs.
Here it is, the UFO hotline. Your phone number to the biggest cover-up ever. Call 1-900-909-UFOs. Although we warn you to be prepared. This may be the most shocking phone call you'll ever make. Here, up to the minute.
Ask your parents' permission. All the secrets the government doesn't want you to know. All you got to do is call 1-900-UFOs.
UFO sightings and extraterrestrial contacts. Call 1-900-909-UFOs. Are extraterrestrial visitors real? Experience the contact. Call now.
Yeah. $3 the first minute.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, kids nowadays, they don't know that. But what's the equivalent of that now? That's buying V-Bucks on Fortnite
Yes.
without asking your parents.
In-game purchases.
In-game purchases, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Are kids better off for that? I don't know. Who had it better? I think we did.
I think we did too.
We called a phone sex line one time at my friend's house. I remember, like, being way too young to where you got like a live person. It wasn't a recording. It was
Right.
just like probably a lady like smoking up Newport on the other end.
Yeah.
Like 3 kids in the background, like ironing her moo-moo. What do you want me to do to you, baby? You know, we're just
She
like,
said, I
yeah, it was like that kind of stuff.
up.
Like, what do you want me to? What do you want my name to be? It was like that kind of like sultry body talk. You know, I'm like 12 or 13 years old, and I'm like, excuse me, freaking bikini or something? What are you wearing, a freaking like bikini or something? Can I see like a booty or something? And she's like, I'll show you my boobies, baby.
Can you rub your nipples on the receiver?
We're like laughing. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
That's good enough.
Do those things give you a timer? Like, I mean, or
Hell no.
Oh, they let it run.
No.
That's not- no, I don't mean like a timer, like it would stop. Like, was there like?
It's been 5 minutes.
No, they would not. No.
Were there any lap cones?
And it's
Hell
grounded.
no. In fact, I kind of remember it being like, we're going to transfer you to, what are your tastes? For a blonde girl, press 1. And it's like, they're just letting the meter run. Like, you can't see the person. It was just really dumb. But I remember doing it at my friend Devin's house on speakerphone. And, like, we were, like, laughing. But at the same time, we're both like, whoa. There's a lady on the phone, man. And who knows where she was.
Yeah, it's using your imagination.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Using your imagination.
That just had to be who was, like, really sad, creepy dudes and 12-year-olds had to be who was calling those things constantly.
For the number 2 show, are you able to set up a voicemail for people to leave messages, or is it just a recording?
I
You
can do
should do
both.
that. You should do a personalized Rafe Williams 1-900 number recording for people to really leave something there for you.
That's a
What
good
would the
idea.
theme of your 900 number be?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe talk you through a hard poop or something. But.
They can call in and get a joke.
Ooh.
That's your 900 number.
Okay, there you go. I'll take that.
Yeah,
1-900-GOO.
Yeah, you could talk somebody through a hard poop.
That's going to be taken for sure.
1-900 Prairie
Yeah, I
Dog.
bet you that's taken. All right, we got to take a break. But first, and it's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud partner of the St. Louis Battlehawks. Find all the cacaws at hotshotsnet.com. From Bonne Terre, Missouri, Marcus Bellamy is our Marcus member of the band. Mark has been a listener of the Rizz Show for many years. We always help him get through the weekdays. Loves to play along with the games that are played and make sure to spread the gospel of Rizz to any and everywhere he goes. Marcus is a huge fan of all the members of the show, loves the chemistry that's shared between everyone here, appreciates Rafe's humor, learns perspective, and the pure souls of King, Scott, and Moon. And here I am.
Oh, hi.
Marcus Bellamy from Bonne Terre is our Team Rizz member of the day. Gets a super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:09 Monday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. A lot of delays and right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound just after 64. Looks like there's also 2 lanes blocked due to a stalled vehicle 55 northbound just after 255. Your point forecast, morning rain ends and a high of 77 follows. Right now it's 59 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Drew Carey wants his balls blended up. A new guitarist for the Smashing Pumpkins. Pauly Shore drops out. And happy birthday, Willie Nelson. We're going to find out what the best Willie Nelson song of all time is.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. And has anybody heard of this Suno.com, SUNO.com?
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could basically build your own songs. Well, I took some lyrics and I put it into Suno.com. So it'll be popular songs sung in different styles. I'll see if you could pick out what song it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just tinkering around this weekend.
Can't wait.
We'll chop it up next. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. Monday, 6-time fun facts coming up. Sex toy of the week. We'll play 3 and 5, give away some fabulous prizes, including Point Fest tickets, I Prevail Hailstorm tickets, Imagine Dragons tickets, and tickets to go see Megadeth with special guests, Mudvayne. Rafe, I forgot to ask, how was your weekend in Springfield?
It was good, man. It was very cathartic. We got to say it was more emotional than I thought it would be because of the time. I thought maybe it would, but it was
Well, you were down there for a
down there
memorial.
for Kenny DeForest Memorial and Kenny DeForest Festival in Springfield. It was like a 3-day, or actually a 5-day comedy festival, and it went really well. We had like a basketball tournament in Kenny's honor because he played D2 at Drury University down there, and had his memorial on Saturday, and it was a nice mix of like a lot of tears, a lot of laughs. Yeah, well,
good.
And the thing was like his dad, mom and dad were there, and I think it was good for them to see how many people loved him, and the shows were sold out. Tons of great comedians. Hannibal Buress was there. We closed out the final night of the shows on Saturday, which was super fun.
Cool. I'm glad to hear it went well.
It was good, man. It was like very cathartic. The New York Times ended up writing an article about it, and they were filming a documentary that I think Kenny had a special in the can that he hadn't put out yet. So I think they're going to incorporate it into this documentary they were filming over the whole weekend, and hopefully he'll get his just due because he was an amazing comedian who I don't think.
Yeah, we got to meet him once. He was here.
So sweet.
A couple weeks prior to him passing.
Yeah, he's a good dude. The theme of the festival was Be Like Kenny, and, you know, the way that Clark and Will, who were his two best friends in New York, described him was like, they said, lead with your heart, and Kenny will never die. And the best way to describe Kenny was aggressively kind, which was cool. And I would say that's true. He made
so kind it hurt.
He made everybody, he just made everybody feel like you were the most important person in the room, and he was just a good dude. So it was cool to see that and hang out with his parents, and it went off without a hitch. And it was, dude, the funeral was so funny. Like, people were crying, but at the same time, Nicole Byer and Sashir got up and gave a speech, and Nicole Byer told Kenny's parents about a time she's like, I was in a relationship, and I was in a new relationship, and the guy, you know, said, I'm a big girl, and the guy was like, I want you to ride me. And she's like, I don't have that, I don't have ride me confidence. So I talked to Sashir about it. She's like, I want to, like, do it, but I want to learn, like, how to ride a guy. And she's like, oh, you can borrow Kenny.
And this is Sashir
Zameda from SNL.
SNL, if you don't know.
And basically, she loaned Kenny out to Nicole Byer to learn how to ride on top. And it was just supposed to be through the clothes, but they didn't tell Kenny.
Oh, no.
So she's like, this is in front of his parents, dude. It killed. And she was just like, so I was like, Kenny, do you care if I practice riding on you? And he goes, oh, not a problem. And he started to take his pants off. And she goes, no, Kenny, just threw the pants. And she's like, so basically, long story short, I rode your son. I dry humped your son. And it was very, very sweet and funny, and like the levity that was needed in a very sad room.
Well,
and they also put him in a camouflage urn, which is very funny. The final joke was they forgot to get him an urn. So as far as he tried to get out of Springfield and go to New York and broaden his horizons, they put him right back inside of Springfield.
A camo urn.
A tree bark camouflage urn.
Wow.
But it was good. Yeah, a lot of tears, a lot of laughs, but overall it was awesome. And it was cool to see everybody and all the comics that came out for him. And then on the way home, I stopped at, it was funny because I stopped at a Taco John's at exit 130 in Lebanon. And I was in line, and there was a guy behind us, me and Tina, and he goes, you got to be freaking kidding me. I turned around, and he goes, you're the reason I'm here. Wow. And I was like, really? So we had a Rizz Show listener,
Lebanon,
Scott, and his wife, Jolene, and he was fishing a tournament down there.
That's great.
A bass fishing tournament. And he's like, I just came here because it's here. He's like, I'm taking it home to my wife right now. She's like, she's not going to believe this.
And you materialized.
Yeah. He's like, it's almost like I manifested you at this Taco John's, and just made me laugh really hard. And the cashier goes, who are you?
What's going on?
And then he told him, and he goes, do you know who this is? And I'm like, he's not going to care, dude. And he told him, and he goes, actually, we have heard of you. He's like, this isn't the first person that's mentioned you when they came in. And I go, that's pretty cool, man.
That
like, there's some sort of...
If you're at a Taco John's and you say potato olay 3 times, Rafe...
I'm the Beetlejuice of Taco John's, dude.
Rafe will manifest.
Rafe will Stiltskin.
That's funny.
That's great.
But he was a real sweet guy, Rizz Show listener. So shout out to, well, we don't do those, but shout out to Scott. Jolene, baby.
So I know Moon's heard of this Suno.com website.
Yeah, it's
how would you
AI,
describe it?
It's AI songs. It's open AI for songs.
So basically, you could build your own songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's an early AI songwriting thing, but not just songwriting. Like
if I put in write me a hard rock song about Rafe at Taco John's, it will write me a song.
Okay.
Yeah, write that. Get that written.
Let me see if I can do that during the break. But what I did was I took lyrics to songs and jumbled them into other genres.
Interesting. So you said, give me a Jolene in heavy metal version.
Right. So I would put in the lyrics to Jolene, and it would give me. So you tell me what song this is. What song is this?
Can't you see me standing here, back my back against a record machine? I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean? I might as well jump.
It's so familiar, but it's
Van Halen.
It's Van Halen. Jump.
Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump.
So it's a country version of Jump from Van Halen.
Yeah!
What about this one?
Times have some, but I ain't the same.
Crazy Train.
No.
No.
Mama, I'm coming home.
Mom, I'm coming home from Ozzy. Bluegrass.
Time's gone by, seems to be.
Dude, you could do anything with this.
Yeah.
Check this out.
His whole back's to these folks. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so sad that he knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again. Yo, this whole rap shit. He better go capture this moment and hold it to pass.
I can't understand half those words.
It's Lose Yourself.
Oh. That's interesting.
It's Eminem's Lose Yourself disco version.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. What about this one?
Lord is what I got. It's within my reach. And the sublime style still straight.
So it's What I Got, but it's R&B.
It all comes back to you. You're bound to get what you deserve. Try and test that. You're bound to get served.
Man.
Wild.
It is wild.
It's crazy.
Like, musicians aren't needed now.
No.
That's crazy.
Well,
and I hate it. I'm not saying I don't want anybody
The
to
nice
go
thing
anywhere.
is those songs never finish right. Joey and I have been working on a really fun album video, Joey, down here. And it's called Petty Rock, where we go back and forth ripping on each other. And it's going to be pretty awesome, but I don't know. But the ending, you can't get a real good ending. So you actually have to do it yourself.
You're saying AI can't finish?
It's primitive, but it's only
it's
a step
getting
or two
there.
away from making things really embarrassing.
Here's another one.
The weird thing isn't that, it's that listeners don't care. That's the thing that I don't think most of us expected. You know, like in the 90s, if Nirvana did a Pepsi commercial, we would crucify them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and now everybody's going to see their favorite metal band. And I think even most listeners realize, like, wait a second, that vocalist just fell off the stage, and the vocals are still going. So, but I don't, and I think half the crowd knows and doesn't care, and that's the crazy thing to me these days.
I don't know. I still like a human being writing some music.
Yeah, it's going to be funny. We're going to have that stamped on movies and albums where it's 100% human.
Right.
Yeah.
Certified organic.
I'm not sure we're going to need that because I don't think people care. I
think there's going to be some.
I'm already shocked with what isn't. I mean, even Britney Spears.
Well, tell me what
was crucified for lip syncing, and now your favorite rock band's doing it.
Tell me what this is.
And you don't care.
Say your prayers with the one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
Yeah.
I took you in one within. Keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open. When you think no pillow tight.
That's kind of cool, man.
Exit light. What is it?
Ultimately,
it's pretty good.
We're off to Neverland.
Yeah, it's reggae and her Sandman.
And I'm not pessimist about it. I think AI is going to be a great tool. It's going to be harnessed and it's going to be used and it's going to change everything. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I am surprised with its effect. I thought it would affect things in a different way. But I don't know, man. I think the real musicians will have their day again because it'll be the only thing that you can see that actually has some push and pull for a little bit. You know, like the real bands, like the real pop acts. I was talking to a buddy. He's a big producer. His name's Blue. The dude is awesome, and he was like making the point that like people like Bruno Mars and a couple other pop acts that have like legit bands. Like when I saw Justin Timberlake at House of Blues, it was one of the coolest shows of all time because it was a pop act with a full-blown live band that was better than everybody else's band. And it made it so much better than the rest of the pop acts that were going around with the tracks and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, pop music is going to bring back live musicians first because that's where it's going to matter and be the biggest difference.
Wow.
And I think he's right because rock right now, like all the big rock bands are track bands, which is fine. It's just not what I expected. You know what I mean? I thought rock would be the last, like the last one the holdout from like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's where bluegrass wins.
Well, listen,
you still got to do it.
It's kind of weird how that reggae version changed the whole vibe of those lyrics. It didn't sound as ominous as like Inner Sandman. It kind of sounded like
Say your
nice.
prayers if you want, don't forget my son to
Seems like, yeah, let's go to Never Never Land. Sounds cool.
Yeah, sounds like a nice place.
Metallica does it. It's like, don't go there.
Yeah, they started without it with inclusion. Include everyone.
Yeah. Changes the vibe. Doesn't sound as ominous exit night, inner night.
Yeah, sounds like a fun place
I
to
kind of
go.
want to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
A red stripe and some weed?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
Sounds like a cool place.
Let's go. All right, today is April 29th. Here's what happened back in the day. 44 years ago, 1980, legendary director Alfred Hitchcock dies at the age of 80. 43 years ago, 1981, Van Halen releases their fourth record, Fair Warning. That's the one with Unchained and Mean Street. 41 years ago, 1983, Stephen King publishes Christine. That's the classic horror novel about
Car.
A car.
the car, a possessed car. 32 years ago, 1992, the LA riots begin. 20 years ago, 2004, the last Oldsmobile comes off the assembly line at the Lansing Car Assembly Plant in Michigan, signaling the end of the 106-year-old automotive brand. 17 years ago, 2007, Cardinals reliever Josh Hancock dies on impact in an early morning automobile accident when his Ford Explorer slams into a parked tow truck in the westbound lane off of Highway 40. And when that happened. 16 years ago, 2008, Grand Theft Auto 4 was released. 13 years ago, 2011, Prince William and Kate Middleton get married at Westminster Abbey in London. And 6 years ago, in 2018, The Simpsons passed Gunsmoke for the highest episode count of any show on TV. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And we start with this. Last week, Drew Carey shared some rather crude tweets about his experience seeing Fish at the Sphere in Vegas. He actually tweeted this out, and I have to censor it. Hashtag Fish at the Sphere. I swear I just talked to God. I would give you all of my money, stick my D in a blender, and swear off P for the rest of my life in exchange for this. Bro,
So
I
he
met
enjoyed
God
himself?
tonight for real. Yes. Well, Fish responded, Trey Anastasio specifically. They actually sent a blender to him that was signed, and they said, thank you, Drew. See you next time. Happy blending.
He went on a rant at midnight with Taylor Tomlinson about Fish.
Yeah.
They
It looked
gave
like
him
it was
he
awesome.
came out from behind the podium and a lot of the same things, but it was very funny to watch.
After gathering the interest of more than 10,000 guitarists through email, the Smashing Pumpkins have a new guitar player, and it is the incredibly talented Kiki Wong. She's in this band called Vigil of War, which is a metal band. I've got onto her on TikTok. She's just super cute. She's worked with Jerry Only of the Misfits, so congratulations on the Smashing Pumpkins' new guitarist. U2's Adam Clayton and his wife, Mariana, they've divorced after 10 years of marriage.
Damn it.
Just putting that out there. David Gilmour says that he hopes to do a Pink Floyd hologram show at some point. He said if someone came up with all the money and all the brilliant ideas, and then once we agreed to do a series of, very difficult conditions, I'd say, yeah, okay, we can do a Pink Floyd hologram tour. So we'll see what Roger Waters has to say about that.
The quote? He said he went to see ABBA.
Mm-hmm. And he loved it.
But he goes, it wasn't like watching humans.
He wants it to be humans. He wants it to look more realistic.
Right.
Colin Jost was the entertainment at the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner over the weekend. Obviously very politically charged, but here is a little bit of Colin doing a joke that maybe nobody will get triggered about.
I want to thank my wife for enduring lots of jokes and for agreeing to individually meet everyone in this room right after the ceremony.
Obviously, yes. Lots of jokes about Biden, lots of jokes about Trump. If you want to check that out on the blog, we'll have it for you. The sexy tennis drama Challengers won the box office over this weekend with $15 million in ticket sales. Second place went to the faith-based film Unsung Hero, which made $7.8 million. And Civil War also added $7 million in its third weekend, bringing in its domestic total to $56.2 million. I heard that movie's really dark, but really good. Like, it's a little too close to home.
On the tomatoes?
Oh, I don't know. Civil War.
I'll look that up there.
Nick Offerman, Kirsten Dunst.
Civil War, 81%. Look at that. That Zendaya movie, Challengers, 88%.
Yeah, heard good things.
The Fall Guy's getting good reviews.
What people over the weekend were like, what the hell is Challengers about? It's about tennis players that are best friends and they both want to sleep with her. So it's kind of like a sexually charged tennis match of attraction. I don't really know.
Here. From visionary filmmaker, can't even pronounce that guy's last name. Challenger stars Zendaya as Tashi Duncan, a former tennis prodigy turned coach, and a force of nature who makes no apologies for her game on and off the court.
Yeah.
Married to a champion on a losing streak, Tashi's strategy for her husband's redemption takes a surprising turn when he must face off against the washed-up Patrick, his former best friend and Tashi's former boyfriend. As their pasts and presents collide, the tensions run high. Tashi must ask herself, what will it cost to win?
All I know is she's perfect in Dune 2. Holy cow.
Well, Pauly Shore would have been perfect in this biopic about Richard Simmons because everybody thinks he is Richard Simmons when he goes out. But now he says he's dropped out of the biopic that he wanted to produce. The comedian made an announcement on Instagram after Richard Simmons, the fitness guru, said he didn't approve of the movie and said that he would prefer another actor to play him. So Pauly said on Instagram, I just read the amazing news that Richard Simmons wants Tom Cruise to play him in his biopic. That's fantastic. Tom Cruise should play you. I should play you. Tom Arnold should play you. Everyone should play you. There's so much of a great story to tell. Come to think of it, it's all a little too much for me. I'm dropping out of the race like Nikki Haley. I'm opting out. I'm going to have to move to a forest in Bangladesh and just do ayahuasca for the next month and rethink my life. Goodbye, my Richard Simmons biopic dreams.
Well, we saw the short film that he did as Richard Simmons,
right,
and it was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
He was pretty good.
I disagree. I think
as
it was
Richard
good.
Simmons?
I think it was good because it had little to do with him.
Yeah, but I'm talking about him, like, acting and looking like Richard Simmons.
I don't think it was.
No.
I really don't. I
mean, I do.
I doubt it all. I think he missed it. But it wasn't the look. I get it. He kind of
had the look.
He had the look. So much like him, though. It's silly.
I think ultimately, if he had to carry an entire film like that, I don't think it would have ended well.
Like it wouldn't be able to give Richard the send-off in a biopic that he deserves?
No, never mind Richard. I don't think it would have been good for Pauly's career.
Well,
I think this is a better move. I think he got all the hype, he got all the talk, he got all the headlines, and doesn't have to deliver a film.
Yeah.
Go watch that short. I think he was.
That's interesting.
He was pretty good as Richard Simmons. It was an interesting little short movie, 9-10 minutes long.
Last week we told you about how Harvey Weinstein, his conviction on rape charges was overturned by the appeals court. Well, he was hospitalized on Saturday. His attorney says he's been taken in for a series of tests. His publicist added they examined him, sent him to Bellevue. It seems like he needs a lot of help physically. He's got a lot of problems. And he's a train wreck health-wise. And finally, Willie Nelson, as Moon will tell you here in a second, it's his birthday. I won't tell you how old he is so we can guess. But, he actually, it's an interesting story. He was born very late at night on April 29th, but the courthouse didn't register his birthday till April 30th, so he celebrates both days. And The Guardian put together a list of the top 25 best Willie Nelson songs, and so we're just going to focus on the top 10.
Here's a little Willie.
Weed, man.
Yes.
So this is mainly for King Scott and Rafe because you guys are such big fans of Willie Nelson.
I just know the hits. Like,
right, me too.
Always on My Mind.
Always on My Mind. That made the list, not top 10.
Oh, Crazy.
Crazy is number one. Absolutely.
What song is Crazy? Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
Crazy was made famous by Patsy Cline, but he wrote it.
Oh, does he do it? So
he originally did it.
Is there a version of him?
Is it all the stuff he wrote or just stuff he
Or did
performed?
he write it for her and then performed it after Patsy?
He wrote it, yes. That was back in the day when everybody shared songs. But he wrote Hello Walls also, which is but he wrote that for another artist. I would say Georgia on My Mind.
That's number 2.
Okay. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
That's number 4.
Happy Birthday.
Here's a little. But then Georgia on My Mind. Ray Charles did it.
Willie wrote it.
Poncho and I guess he didn't write Poncho and Lefty though.
Georgia on My Mind was a Hoagie Carmichael song I read. I've never heard of Hoagie Carmichael.
Originally?
I think so.
That makes sense.
What else you guys got?
I said Poncho and Lefty. Is that up there?
That's on there, but not top 10.
On the Road Again.
Yeah, On the Road Again. It's got to be on. I can't believe it's not number 1.
Not number.
Whiskey River.
Whiskey River, no.
Whoa.
On the Road Again is not number 10 in the top 10.
What, Highwaymen?
Highwaymen's number 5.
On the road again. That's got to be like as far as popular songs go.
Yeah, you'd think.
There's some later ones on here for the top 10.
City of New Orleans, Just Breathe.
Nope.
7 Spanish Angels.
Oh.
Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys.
That is number 9. There's another cowboy song on here, which came out in 2005, called Cowboys Are Frequently Secretly Fond of Each Other.
Yeah. With
Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
That's on the top 10?
That's on the top 10. That's number 7.
Oh, that's not real, but
No, that's...
I mean, I like the song. I like Orville Peck, but that is not a top 10 Willie song that, in my opinion. Always on My Mind was on there, yeah?
Yeah, it was, but not top 10.
All the Girls I've Loved Before.
No.
Basket Case.
No.
Okay, now we're going to stop throwing
Billy
songs
Joe
out,
Shaver.
okay?
Well, we got to stop doing something. 'Cause
This
we're
one-
not going to get this.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange list. So number 10, Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die from 2012. Me and Paul from 1971. Number 6, Funny How Time Slips Away.
Yeah.
And then the one that maybe you were thinking and just forgot about was number 3, Nightlife from 1960.
Oh, yeah.
And those are your top 10 Willie Nelson songs on his very special birthday
Happy
today.
birthday, Willie.
But go out and listen to Hard to Be an Outlaw today.
Don't tell us what to do.
It's the best. Hey, it's his day. I want you all to hear some Willie.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. The Bryan brothers, Bob and Mike. Anybody know who these guys are? Tennis twins who won 16 Grand Slam titles. Where was I?
No idea who they are.
Is Zendaya their coach?
Me neither. I'm looking at this going, wait, was this from a movie? I don't know. Bob Bryan and Mike Bryan. All the tennis people out there hate us. They're 46. Uma Thurman is 54. Andre Agassi is 54. I know that guy. I know that one.
I mean, are they double? Maybe doubles tennis? I don't know.
16 Grand Slam titles. You'd think we'd know
What are
their
they?
names.
Mike and who?
Bob and Mike Bryan, spelled with a Y. Are we?
I think they're conjoined.
Is this
Three
a
first
simulation?
names.
Did I miss something?
Mike Bryan, American tennis player.
Mike Bryant, Heating and Cooling.
Oh, it's doubles. So it's doubles.
Oh, doubles. Okay. Well, they've 16 Grand Slam titles. That's
pretty good.
Shouldn't they be more famous? Andre Agassi, 54. Carney Wilson is 56. Eve Plum, that's Jan on the Brady Bunch, is 66. Michelle Pfeiffer is 66. Daniel Day-Lewis is 67. Jerry friggin' Seinfeld is 70 years old today, guys.
Wow, 70?
70. That's what it says. That's hard to believe. I would say 60, but it says 70. Is this whole thing full of typos? Are these Bryan brothers
No, he's
non-existent?
70. I read that he was 70.
Damn, he looks good for 70.
He does.
Richard Klein, Larry on Three's Company is 80, and Willie. Billiam Nelson is 91.
William
years
Billiam?
old.
William
His middle
Billiam
name is
Nelson.
Billiam?
No. Billy Nelson is 91 years old.
91. All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Brooke Bell. And today's birthday girl's been in 248 fine films, including Badass Bitches, Booby Trap 3, All Good Things Come in Pairs. She was in The Celebrity Apprentice, Diary of a MILF 8, Horny Heartbreakers, Innocent Until Proven Filthy 4, Slave for a Night, Scott's favorite, Throat Assassins.
Oh.
It's exciting.
And Who Can Forget a Role in 2007's For Once a Whore and Ever a Whore. Brooke Bell is 42 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your Sex Time fun facts, including male Ozempic users are reporting an awful sexual side effect. And do you guys, with your significant others, parallel scroll? Well, chop it up next. It's 7:46. It's Monday, traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. 2 lanes blocked due to a crash, 64 westbound, just after Outer 40 Road. Still a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash, 55 northbound, just after Butler Hill Road. Your point forecast, morning rain ends, and it goes to a high of 77 today. Right now it's 59 at the Point Studio.
All right, here we are backstage, Wayback Point Fest, with the boys from Lit. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you again.
We're doing great. Great to see you guys.
Okay, first and foremost, I hear that there is illness sweeping through the Lit camp. Can we confirm, deny what's going on?
I'd rather not use the word sweeping through because it's just one guy at the moment, and luckily we're at the tail end. We got like less than a week left of the tour.
Man, so you're hanging on.
We've been out for over 10 weeks, or about 10 weeks, and that's not bad. And
logistical question for those of us that have never had to do this. And obviously, the advent of the urgent care probably changes the game a little bit. Yeah. But when you guys are in East Lansing or wherever the hell, and you're nowhere near home, somebody gets sick, it gets to the point where you're like, we got to do something. What do you do?
We have doctors we can call.
Okay.
I know you've been making your house payments for years, which is brilliant because right now your home value has never been higher, and that means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity, which is really, really good news because that cash, I mean, that could be used to help secure your retirement, solve some of your financial burdens, enable you to travel. Maybe you could finally go down to Branson and live like a king down in Branson like you've always wanted to, but the catch is you don't want to move. Well, you don't have to. With Truehold's Sell and Stay Lease Back program, which is an amazing financial strategy. You sell your home to Truehold while the value is high. You bank that equity in cash now. Stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And Truehold, they pay your property taxes, your insurance, and maintenance. So you can go to Branson and have a good time, not worry about your property taxes or insurance and maintenance because Truehold takes care of all that. And they unlock your wealth without uprooting your life. So get a Truehold offer right now while your home value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or you can visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. That's Truehold.com.
But you sent this scenario to us over the weekend. All right, so think basketball. I'm not very good at basketball. Are you, Moon? I mean,
no.
I'm pretty
Ray,
good.
For you, you all right?
I'm decent, yeah. Better than you think. I played this weekend. Hadn't played in a long time. I played in high school, you know, and it was I still had a little bit of a jump shot. I was surprised, and there was a couple bad ones, but
I'm good on the floor. I
play
can't
a little
shoot.
bit.
I can't shoot.
I'm a pretty good hoopster.
I'll body you in the paint.
Yeah, Scott's good.
Good hoopster, Lern?
I'm terrible. Tim and I were playing basketball, and I can't even do a free throw.
Yeah, your husband's a very good basketball player.
Yes.
All right, so you get one shot. You get one basketball. Layup for $50,000. Free throw for $100,000. Top of the key for $500,000. A three-pointer for $750,000 or a corner three-pointer for $1 million. One basketball.
What was top of the key?
One shot.
How much?
Top of the key, $500,000.
Three-pointer? Was that what top of the key?
Three-pointer,
$750,000.
but a corner three-pointer.
Well, my question is top of the key of three-pointer from the front. I believe that's what that means.
Yes,
right?
I believe that's what that means. So top of the key, three-pointer, $500,000.
Okay.
On either side of...
Yeah, the corners.
The corner's $1 million. So you get no backboard.
No, that's not the corner.
The corner three-pointer?
Yeah. You're right.
Corner three-pointer's here.
Corners from the... That was my spot.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm thinking the wings. Yeah, the
wings
is
would be
$750,000.
here.
Right.
Wings, you got a chance to bank it in.
I'm doing top of the key $500K for sure. 100%. I'm going for the three-pointer.
You going for the three-pointer?
How much was a free throw?
$100K.
So think about that difference.
One ball.
A free throw is 100, and you step back, what, 3 steps? And you're, at the
That's
top.
further than that.
From the free throw line? Three big steps behind.
3 big steps.
You're still straight. You still got the box.
I got tiny legs, so...
And here's the thing. You can't go in there feeling like you're going to lose this. This isn't gambling. So it's like, if you miss the shot, you miss the shot. It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah, it is. It's okay.
It's not okay, because I could have taken a layup and gotten $50,000.
You can't think like that.
Yeah, but think about if
That's
you
a way
miss...
I can't think like, but I do.
Think about missing a layup.
I think Lern and I are going layups, right?
We are going
We're
layups. I need to get as close as possible to that damn thing.
But think about missing that one over. If you miss a three-pointer, everyone's like, hey, that was close. But if you miss a layup, everyone's like, how did you, what?
You got to go big.
Horrendous.
You're given a free opportunity to go big.
Dude, I'm going side all day. I'm going for the big boy.
You going corner three-pointer?
Easy.
Whoa.
Yeah, throw it in there.
And honestly, you got the skills to do it. I
Dude,
don't.
Give it to me.
Where are you going, Rafe? Top of the key?
Put me in the corner, dude. That was my
Corner.
spot. Three-pointer in the corner was... I'd slide out there and shoot all the time in high school.
So
Who cares?
Williams for 3. Yes.
And you know what that would be? Making it rain. I'm making it rain from the corner, $1 million.
Oh, man. But if you miss, that's it.
Well,
Let's go
I
to
missed
the
from
court
anywhere, that's it.
later today and see if we can actually do
I
this.
don't have my basketball sneakers.
Oh, what?
I mean, I'm assuming we get to, practice for a while. And then
No,
take-
that's the thing.
I'm handing you a ball.
I feel
right
like this
now.
is one of those halftime
right now?
things.
I'm handing you a ball right now.
That might change my answer.
Yeah, this is a Price is Right scenario where it's at halftime and they called your seat number and here's a ball.
I'm
Shoot
handing
it.
you a ball right now.
Yeah, I mean, that might change it. I might shoot a free throw or top of the key for the cash.
I may go. I'm gonna probably go free throw.
Really?
Man.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
do free throw.
but a few steps back for 5 times the
Splasharoo.
cashola, friend.
Easy splash, too.
You got an opportunity. I mean, it's okay. Here's the thing: you're going to make the free throw and go, "Dang it! I could have done it. I could have made $500,000. I could have stepped back a little bit
Yeah,
and
but a
done
nice
it too."
steak dinner will make me feel better.
I know my limits.
At a good steak place.
Layup, 50K. That's
It's
me.
a different mechanic, too, man. That free throw from, it's like muscle memory. I feel like I still have that.
I feel like what a
you
top.
shoot it with your feet set, you don't jump, you just kind of like, it's all muscle memory.
I feel like top of the key. I still may have to jump.
Well, you're at least going to have to push a little. You have to put a little bit of oomph on it. And
I feel
that
more
can
confident
mess
with
you
the
up.
jump for sure.
With the free throw, I get to stand there.
You'll do the traveling.
I may
do a
do
set
granny.
shot.
I may do granny free throw.
Oh, that's
that works,
embarrassing.
too. Yeah, I've been
Is
talking.
it
If you don't
embarrassing?
make that one, that's extra embarrassing.
I don't like holding a basketball because you got to hold it on the side and then you got to push it with the, your
can hold it
right
wherever.
hand, your dominant hand, and I don't like that. Like I just want to have one hand and just
Heave it.
heave it.
You can do that.
Just
too.
shot put it.
Yeah.
You can do it any way you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
great.
see,
I
if
get
you
made
watch
fun
the
of whenever
pros,
I
I
play
mean, people
basketball.
over their head, there's some to the side, whatever it is.
It's a mess.
Granny
But
free
yeah,
throws.
I've
It
been
wasn't
talking to
until
my-
like the 50s when they stopped doing the
Underhand.
the underhand thing.
Yeah, they said when Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a game, he did a lot of free throws, and most of them were granny free throws.
Can I add?
Wilt Chamberlain, Rafe.
Wilt the Stilt, they called him.
I
He
think
betted a lot of women.
we need one of those little mini
So he says.
trampolines, and then you just jump up and dunk it. I'd like to do that where you're flying through the air.
Yeah, it looks fun.
You slam it into the board.
Like the mascots do.
Yeah.
During halftime. Well, I'm taking a free throw for $100,000.
I
You're
guess
going.
there's still guys that do the underhand free throw.
I'm
in the
doing
NBA.
You're
three-pointer straight back 500K.
$500K, top of the key. Rafe's doing a corner three-pointer. And Scott's doing a corner three-pointer.
Yeah.
All right.
We should.
Which
do
corner
this.
are you taking?
I guess the right side.
The right side, really?
Yeah.
You would think you want to go left because you're throwing right-handed, right?
That's what I would do. I'd go left corner.
I don't know.
Yeah, righty.
No,
Fight it
I like that better. I just like
You
it.
guys got to fight it out.
It's gonna go. Yeah. No, right.
You
More,
guys have
more
to
of a
wrestle.
straight line.
You hit the side of the
Well, that
backboard,
and
dude.
I
You
can
got
go kind of at a weird.
into witness
I like
protection.
the angle part of it.
Scott is the athlete in the room that nobody expects to be.
That's
an
right.
athlete. He's a
Hell of
great,
a golf
he's
player.
a great golfer.
Hey.
He's a great basketball player.
I won in frisbee disc golf this weekend.
Pocket pool.
All right.
Pocket pool.
Big deal. Hey, great at pocket pool.
Hey, if you're one of those people who can't resist the urge to interact with cute stuff, this is for you. I'm looking at you, Lern.
Yep. I was hanging out with baby goats this weekend.
And this is a new poll. Ask people, when you encounter cute things like animals or babies, how often do you feel an urge to squeeze them affectionately? Like, do you want to
God.
squeeze things?
Yeah, I get real high pitched up. I got a weird voice that comes out. Yeah.
Like, so you're a squeezer?
Squeeze them. Yes.
Are you a squeezer?
I think so, yeah. For sure.
Like, you just want to squeeze the hell out of things?
I was hugging the dog extra much yesterday. You know, I've been gone for a day and a half, and like she was just sitting there looking all regal, and I was like,
I just want to squeeze her till her head pops off.
Lenny.
It's true.
Tend them rabbits, George.
Are you a squeezer, Rafe?
I think so. I picked Bo. Like, Bo was rooting around like a little truffle pig last night when we got home. Like, after we told him to stop 30 times, and I picked him up just like face to face. Like, remember that scene from Kindergarten Cop? It's like, have you been eating other people's lunches? And the kid's like, says yes. He goes, stop it! And he spits everything out. That's what I said that to Bo when I picked him up, because I like to pick him up and squeeze him everywhere, and he just like goes limp.
Yeah, well,
you know,
affectionately squeeze something. Scott, are you an affectionate squeezer?
Yeah, I like squeezing.
I am not.
That's how
No one's surprised.
Were you
What do
not
you do when
squeezed
you-
enough?
What you're telling me? What's your favorite type of dog? Breed. When
My favorite type of breed of dog. I don't have a favorite.
Let's say you're just hanging out and a little Boston Terrier puppy, 4 weeks old, is just right there.
I will pet it. I don't want to squeeze it.
He's
don't
not,
pick it up
he's
and
not
get
an
all
animal
excited.
guy. I mean, he loves his animals. He loves his property.
I don't want to squeeze it.
I think
I will
you're-
pet it.
So that Nazi comes up to you,
What's a
Nazi
nice way to say
walks
this?
over to you, you're not going to just squeeze it because they're
I will
all
pet it. I don't
incredible
want
to
to
the best.
squeeze it. I don't feel the desire to squeeze things affectionately, which was why I found this entire poll strange, because 19% of people always just want to squeeze something that's so effing cute. 21% said usually. 31% said sometimes. And I'm of the rarely. I'm the rarely like 15%.
Why do we want to squeeze so much? What's with that? Like, what's our problems? Like, why is it squeezing specifically? You know, like, why isn't it like I just want to pick some like cute little animals. I just want to put my face all over.
And there was the
them.
10% of people who said they have zero desire to squeeze anything cute, which is kind of funny. Either you relate or you don't. And they do not relate.
Yeah. It's gotta be
I'm
something.
more leaning towards I don't want to squeeze anything.
It's got to be. I mean, they say that like what is it? A 30-second hug or a 6-second kiss are the timer lines for releasing
Oxytocin.
more good stuff, and it supports your immune health and your heart health and all that stuff.
If we break this down by demographics, so the demographic who does not want to have anything to do with cute babies and animals, men aged 45 and older, living in the Midwest.
Hello. Named Scott R.
Named Scott R.
Yeah, it's like proven to like reduce stress, and those are the lines too. I read it recently. It was like a 30-second hug, a 6-second kiss, because they were talking about like, hey, if you're just used to pecking your husband or wife goodbye before work or this or that, like make sure you're getting at least one 6-second kiss in there, because it really
passionately just making out.
Keeps you alive longer.
It's legit like just a timer thing. And when you're connected for those periods of time, it's proven to release more of the good stuff.
Is 6 seconds of making out, 6 seconds of kissing considered making out?
No, this is just like a long peck.
Yeah, we're just talking about one kiss. Just like a 6-second kiss.
No tongue?
Just whatever you prefer,
get your tongue,
man.
I guess.
Get your tongue?
You want to kiss for 6 seconds? See how you feel?
Church tongue.
Yeah, it's like it's the bonding hormone, and when you're doing that with an animal or whatever, like those
Scott, get in here and kiss Rafe. Let's see how long it takes to get weird. Let's just see how long it takes to get weird.
Well, you have to do it a few times. We want a 4-second one, a 5-second one, a 6-second one, and a 7-second one.
I'll tell you when it gets weird.
And we'll compare your oxytocin releases.
All right.
I saw that too in my algorithm, and it was about it'll help you live longer if you kiss for 6 seconds.
Well,
yeah. That's what I'm
We're all
here
making
for.
out after, I'll tell you that. That's happening. All right, let's... what
if you bang for 2 minutes? What does that get you?
Well, are you
bad reputation?
Yeah, you. I think you die sooner. I think it's because it's like, what a shame.
Yeah, what a wasted opportunity. All right, let's get into 6-time fun facts. And it's sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
Dylan says it's human instinct to kill the cuteness. Look it up.
I've heard that before.
Is that why we squeeze?
I have heard that before, like the natural instinct to like, it's just like a male lion that'll kill cubs that aren't his.
Is that what we do? We just squeeze the crap out of them?
Are you saying that male lions are killing cubs that aren't his because they're cute?
No, I'm saying it's like it's rooted in that thought of like, you're killing this small, cute, defenseless thing because it is not of your gene pool.
But not due to cuteness.
It's not a cute. It's just a coincide.
Ooh, I just want to squeeze the crap out of them.
The same reason babies look like their fathers when they're born was to keep men from killing
them. Interesting.
Guys rule.
Are you making that up, or is that a thing?
No. Look it
so
up.
babies look like guys.
Babies are more likely with newborns to look like the father because of thousands and thousands of years of evolution, where like that way the father bonds with the baby and doesn't
Is this TikTok
see
facts?
it as a...
No, it is. It's a paternity test thing. It's like that's how you knew who the father was.
Is this a theory, though? Is this
No.
a TikTok theory? Where has this been read from you two? Can you give me
I've read it.
something?
Probably the Southern Illinois Handbook.
It makes sense because all babies are born with mustaches and
They all
hair
look
on
like
the side and they're bald on
They all
top.
look like catcher's mitts.
That's what most dads look like.
Yeah. Wait. That baby don't look like.
Wow!
I'm sorry, bitch. You heard Maury. Anyway,
I needed that. That was great. Little intermission.
Ozempic.
Right.
We all know people that are on the Ozempics, right? Losing weight like crazy. But there are side effects. There are side effects of the Ozempic, and male Ozempic users are reporting awful sexual side effects. Quote, say goodbye to sex. Ozempic has been linked to a host of unfortunate side effects, from personality changes to weight gain after getting off the medication. Now some men are claiming to suffer from what could be the worst symptom yet, erectile dysfunction.
Ooh.
I guess there's a couple posts on Reddit blowing up. One guy said, I'm 39 years old, and until I started Ozempic, did not have any erectile dysfunction issues. I've been on Ozempic for 3 months. T levels drop very fast, and I am on treatment to fix it now. Another said, I started Ozempic for type 2 diabetes around 6 months ago, increasing my dosage every 4 weeks until I hit 1 milligram. In that time, I've gone from completely normal sexual function to finding it nearly impossible to achieve or maintain an erection.
That sucks.
My doctor has prescribed me both Cialis and Viagra, each with little to no help.
So you lose all this weight. You're thinking, okay, I'm getting hot. I'm taking more selfies. And now it's all downhill down there. It sucks.
Yeah. That's the thing. Getting all hot, gonna bang all these chicks. Now I can't get it up.
Now, is this something that they knew about ahead of time? And
I don't think they know enough ahead of time.
I don't think they know a lot. Because Novo, the maker of Wegovy and Ozempic, insisted their medical consultant was unfamiliar with any ED connection. Like, so they've commented.
Mm-hmm.
So Novo, who makes that stuff, says, yeah, we have, our medical consultant, no idea, unfamiliar. Another said, I will go back to Ozempic as I understand the importance of maintaining healthy blood sugar levels, and I guess say goodbye to sex again. The doctor claimed that the shot shouldn't cause ED. He found that stopping the treatment for 2 weeks allowed him to regain his normal sexual function. So if you stop it, maybe you get back to normal again. But, the evidence isn't purely anecdotal either. A study from February found that 1 in 75 men reported experiencing the symptom.
Interesting. So there's no women, their sex drive, everything's okay? We haven't seen anything reported yet?
This was strictly a men thing. Yeah, getting all hot and svelte. Just not be able to get it up. They were also talking in this article about Ozempic face. You know what that is, Ozempic face? Surgeons are now warning of a new condition called Ozempic face, which side effects include sunken eyes, gaunt cheeks, saggy skin, often making the user appear older and more deflated.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's a different type of O-face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this so-called facial emaciation is allegedly most prevalent in Hollywood, doctors claiming that celebs are among those hardest hit by the alleged condition.
Yeah.
Ozempic face.
It's pretty wild.
I mean, that makes sense. That happens a lot with, I feel like people that get gastric bypass and stuff. Like, if you lose a lot of weight quickly, it has an effect on your body.
If you lose a lot of weight quickly for the wrong reasons.
What's the right reason?
I'm saying nutritionally. A lot of people that are losing a lot of weight quickly, especially with this type of additive, they're not nutritionally getting what it is that they need.
They're just not eating.
Right. So
it's causing them to be gone.
Right. I mean,
that's really the only way to lose weight quickly. If you're doing the nutrition right, it's probably just a couple pounds a week at the most.
I'm just saying, if you played it right, and if you're looking at it, I think it can seem like, if you lose weight quickly, you're going to look gaunt and deflated. But that's not. I mean, come on. There's a way to do it where your body is getting its sustenance in a nutritional way, and it's going to affect how it is that you change.
Oh, yeah. I did the HCG diet like in 2010. Those were the drops that you put like on your tongue. You only have like 500 calories a day. It was insane. And I had the like sunken face, like all the...
You're like malnourished, right?
Yeah, you look malnourished.
Well, I mean, think about it. Let's say you're not
hot.
Let's say you're
Lots of like heroin chic looking 90s Kate Moss action at my house with the selfies happening.
Yeah, if you're not on a well balanced nutritional diet, and you use a shot to basically stop the cravings and all that kind of stuff, you're not changing anything else. So chances are you're just eating fewer of the things that you shouldn't have been eating in the first place. So less of the bad stuff and none of the good stuff. You're going to get that.
Also, your skin doesn't have enough time to catch up with the weight loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can tell. Like, I've seen this happen to like a couple people close to me. They got like the gastric sleeve, and then you have a nutritionist like the first 6 months from the hospital, then you don't. So then after the first 6 months, you drop. I mean, this is like dropping crazy weight. You're dropping like 6 months, you're dropping 100 pounds. That's a lot of weight in a very short time. And then like you see the hair will look kind of brittle.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, it's about, because they can only eat small things, kind of what Moon's talking about. And so when you have a nutritionist that's like, even with a nutritionist, you can still tell. But then if the nutrition's bad, after the 6 months, when you lose your nutritionist, you're not eating shakes, with like tons of seaweed and algae or whatever the stuff they're putting in there to like make sure you're getting all your nutrients like jam-packed, because you can only eat, your stomach's tiny.
Yeah.
You're eating like a pizza crust every day. It's not good for you.
Throw that on top of usually if you lose that much weight right away, your clothes don't fit right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get
so
a big
throw
head.
in like big clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Ozempic face is a thing. All right. So what is parallel scrolling? Anybody have any idea what parallel scrolling is?
It's got to be a couple sitting on the couch and they're each on their own devices, scrolling away.
Bing, bing.
Nice.
I actually have a bell.
Oh.
I don't know why I went bing, bing.
Bing,
I
bing.
actually have a bell
I
that
like
could
it.
do the sound for me.
Bing.
You're fully.
We only have a budget for you to push that button like a few times a month, and you just burned one.
Yeah. Your nightly routine of social media scrolling could be deadly.
What?
To your love life, at least. So known as parallel scrolling, the habit of silently swiping on your phone while laying next to your partner could be a death sentence for your relationship. And this is, experts say this. A couples therapist from New York says you're basically decreasing the chances of intimacy and affection or just generally engaging with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife and I were doing this on Saturday night.
Did you feel bad?
No, because it was the first time we actually had a chance to
just do your own thing
just
together?
do our own thing, and we were sitting in bed Saturday night, like 11 o'clock.
That's good.
Parallel scrolling.
I think it's okay, but if it becomes overwhelming, like Tim and I have had to have a conversation in the last 6 months where we both just had to put our phones down. And it was more me than him, I'll give him that. I would just be completely engrossed in my phone while we're sitting there. And so now I'm trying to put, at a certain point, I put it in my room and they're forced to talk to each other.
Yeah, you're forced to talk to each other. Connection is critical for a strong relationship, and it needs to happen regularly without fail for a couple to thrive. And you're both sitting there just doing nonsense on your phones.
Mm-hmm.
Laying in bed can be a time to connect with each other. Something that this therapist says many couples lack. They don't do it anymore. Her clients often complain that the other person is constantly on their phone or seems distracted, making it difficult to hold their attention, and in turn can create more separateness.
For sure.
And I find myself doing it too, and I try to almost not even thinking about it on the stupid phone.
But you know what sucks? Then you'll start talking to your partner, and I'll have to show you this. Oh, did you see this video?
I know.
I'll listen to this. Oh, look at who so-and-so posted. That you need your phone sometimes for the visual or the audio that you're talking about. So
While the need to unwind at the end of the day is completely understandable, it's hard to deny the damage it could do to a relationship. Now, with that being said, another psychotherapist says it may be unrealistic to expect couples to completely unplug for an entire evening. They say, like it or not, our phones are here to stay. And it's an unusual couple who'll put them away for an entire night.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the norm. It's a way for people to get their news and talk to friends and be entertained. If a couple's happy in the relationship, it's probably not a problem. And she said, ask yourself, if you're using the phone, are you using the phone to avoid your partner? And if so, what could that be about? screens are sometimes used as an avoidance tactic. So if you suspect your cell phone could be encroaching on quality time, experts recommend you could either set screen limits, such as no phones at dinner, or taking one day out of the week to wind down without screens. If all else fails, try parallel play. That's the act of engaging in whatever the other person is looking at on their screen. Just do it together. Whether it's a video game, live stream, or a TikTok feed. If you're going to do it, at least do it together. People often do better scrolling in bed at night when the other is sharing what they're doing.
Do it together, as in maybe like an iPad in front of you, like a bigger screen, and there's just one, and you scroll. I scroll.
You
scroll. I scroll.
You use your finger. No, I'm going to use
you double tap.
How cute.
Oh my God, I'm going to double tap. Can I double tap this one? Can I? Okay. Boop.
I love it.
You can understand this being a thing. And I'm sure we've all sat in bed on our devices while the other person is sitting half a foot away from you doing the same thing.
I just wanted to do that yesterday. I had a pretty jam-packed weekend full of all sorts of stuff, and we got home yesterday after going to this brunch party, and I looked at him, I go, I just need to sit, I need to lay on the couch and just look at my phone in silence for like 20 minutes. And he's like, all right. So we have our own little worlds in our phones, and that's okay. But yeah, if it's becoming a problem and your partner feels like you're neglecting them, then yeah, fix it.
We'll get into it not get into it, but Tina will get in her phone while we're watching a thing that she made me wait to watch with her.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you guys?
I do that sometimes.
We're going to start watching Fallout. She's like, wait, I want to watch that with you. I go, all right. We don't see each other very much. We start watching it. 10 minutes in, she's not looking at the TV. She's looking at her phone.
There you go. I guess I'm solo on this,
what are you doing? And she's like, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing right now? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, that's what I mean. You don't even know.
Yeah.
You just picked it up. Because I'm like, in 10 minutes, you're going to ask me who this guy is and why this girl's mad at this guy. And then I have to explain the last 20 minutes of the thing we're supposed to be watching together. But she's pretty good about it. Like, she's like, you're right. She puts it down.
And then put it down.
And, I do it too. I pick it up too. I'm not guilty of that.
I do it.
But when I'm watching a show, I usually watch the show.
I try to focus.
If we do that, the other person pauses it. Which is the sign. I'll wait.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
You know what I mean?
It's very passive-aggressive.
Yeah, it's not passive-aggressive.
It is.
Extremely passive-aggressive.
Well, no, it's not. We're not doing it in a passive-aggressive. It's almost like a respect thing. Like, okay, like, hey, if, because we're not picking up our phone unless it's something important. Like one of the kids texted us or like a reminder went off.
So nobody just, picks up their phone.
We do not know. Neither of us are ever scrolling because that time is, set aside for us. That is our share. We'll watch our favorite show or talk about the day or talk about what's coming up. That's our time, our couch time that we're sitting there.
Sure, but even if you have it set aside, yeah, cool, we're going to watch this. But even sometimes not even thinking about it.
And occasionally that happens or something, and it takes a few seconds to realize what you're doing.
And if it pausing it is calling somebody out without calling somebody out.
I know what appears to be, but I'm just telling you that's not the scene. But that way it just doesn't get in the way. It's nice because the temptation is there. But once you habitualize yourself to not having that, and to just setting it aside on the coffee table and forgetting that it's on the coffee table, everything is cool. It only takes a few days. You just gotta make it a habit. We're creatures of habit.
I do like the pausing though. I may try that.
It
works. It works. Yeah, just pause it and it's respectful. You're like, hey, I'm gonna pause this. Hey, if something on Instagram is really important for you to be doing right now, I trust you. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll refill my water and pause the show.
My attention span is it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Like last night, we're eating High Point. We're going back through, we're on season 3 of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I turn it on because I want to watch it. And then it wasn't the phone, but then I'm like, oh, I got to do these dishes. I can't sit still. I'm doing a million things.
Do you feel like you're more aware or in charge, or at least aware that your attention span is what it is?
I'm very aware of it, yeah.
So you're becoming more in control, perhaps, of it as well.
Possibly.
I don't know. Steve Jobs is pulling the strings.
I feel like the older I've gotten,
the puppet master.
Especially these last couple of years, I've started to understand where my distractions can be, where my attention span can lose itself, and all that. So I've been much more aware, and therefore I'm in better control of it now. because I know that my tendencies are there.
I'm trying to, and I'm also trying to have quiet time because I found that now I need to have audio, like a podcast going, TV in the back, something.
Yeah,
somebody
my wife
talking to
yells at me for all the time. Like when I'm going to take a shower, I'll put a podcast on. Like I can't not be
quiet.
in silence.
Right.
It's
we have
bad.
problems.
We have problems.
I'm making a point to do that. I feel like that ideas are, well, and maybe it's a comedy thing, but I feel like there's always like stuff's bubbling under the surface. Ideas are ruminating. So taking like shower, doing the dishes in quiet is like I end up like talking to myself, or my brain is talking to itself. But if I put on like a pod or I put on music, then it's like I'm filling that void with some sort of outside thing. But I can't. I think Brian Simpson has it. Like Tina will wander out of the room a lot too when it'll be like a movie that we've waited to watch, and then 15 minutes in, she just walks out of the room for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I get mad. I secretly get mad. I'm like, you want me to pause this? And she's like, nah. And I'm like, okay.
You're out then.
Then you're out. And then
you're out. And you got to say, I'm not explaining anything to you when you come back.
Yeah, there's got to be an agreement.
You're out.
There's so much power in those voids, though, man. And I know you guys love to crash on me and crap on me anytime I say that kind of stuff. But like, there's lovely. There's power in that void if you just sit in it for a while.
What void?
Yeah, what void?
Any of it. Like, if you have that moment where you're going for your phone and you catch yourself, and I know that you do. I know that you're catching yourself, and you're like refusing to do anything about it. But if you just like sit there before the person gets there to start the show or something, and just like see what happens. See what happens for like 4 minutes of silence by yourself.
Well, listen, I got something you guys could all do together.
Oh.
In fact, it is the sex toy of the week. Rafe will talk about it.
Yeah.
If you want to really have an activity to do with your partner,
it's a two-person job.
It's a two-person job. We'll talk about it next. Put your cell phone down. I need all your attention.
Go for a walk and leave your
Both
phone
hands.
behind. That's fun.
Going for a walk?
I know it sounds so stupid, but like
my wife is always like, let's go for a walk, let's harness up the dogs. And I always bitch every time. And then once I'm out there, I'll go, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, just do a neighborhood walk without your phone. It will freak you out for the first 60 seconds, and then you're kind of like, I think I love this.
All right, it's 8:28. It's Monday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. Right lane blocked due to a crash 64 eastbound just before Wild Horse Creek Road. Also, right lane blocked due to a crash 270 northbound at Gravois. Your Point 4 gas morning rain ends, and it's a high of 77. Right now, it's 60 at the Point Studio.
I got some things that your date is going to immediately notice and judge you for.
I got a hot date coming up tonight on the couch.
Hot date? Well, with somebody else.
The finale of Three Body Problem.
Well,
it's going to be exciting. Been looking forward to it since last night.
This is not the kind of date I'm talking about. This is, you're going out with somebody for the first time, or maybe the second time. These are things that your date, they will immediately notice and then judge you for. All right, Lern, let's say you're going out on a first date with a dude. You're waiting.
Smoking hot guy.
Smoking hot guy.
Met on Tinder. Swiped left.
You are at the restaurant first, and this guy walks in. What are you noticing first about the person?
Eyes.
Their eyes?
Yeah, and smell.
Okay.
Those are the first things that hit me first.
Their eyes and your nose.
Smell of their eyes.
Smell of your eyeballs.
Better be good.
The number one thing people notice first is the body language. So stuff like how you walk, how you sit in a chair, good posture makes you more attractive, and signals that you have confidence. So be cognizant of all that stuff. Don't walk weird.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
Also, it's like don't pay too much attention to it, or else it's going to get awkward.
Yeah, it's going to get weird if you try too hard.
Or how about you just be a boss and skip? You know what I mean? Skip like a man.
Yeah, what does that mean?
If you hire 4 friends to carry you in on like a Cleopatra throne.
You don't think just
with the poles.
That's confidence right
Lern,
there.
you smirked. You don't think skipping's going to like just land you?
Come on, that's pretty cool.
I mean, he better make it look good.
Elbow swinging, like, can you smell me now? What's up?
Like if I don't know him at all, and
Cotton Eye
that's the
Joe your
first
way
thing-
right in to the Olive Garden.
Hey, baby.
I don't know. I mean, if he could pull it off, like Goofy sense of humor is sexy, but
Who could pull off skipping?
John Stamos.
You
Any
imagine?
era of Stamos.
I feel like Stamos is a mosier. He's a slow walker. He's so overconfident, Uncle Jesse style. He moseys
man.
in. He's got the half smile.
Yeah,
like
he's
this.
fine.
Like
whatever.
He's on one of those what do you call like an escalator thing that doesn't go upstairs?
Like a people mover.
Yeah, people mover. Like he's just on kind of one of those.
Like he
floating
glides
over.
in. He don't even walk. He don't even walk.
He doesn't need to walk.
So body language is number one. Number two is your facial expressions. Like this includes making eye contact versus looking away constantly, or smiling authentically instead of forcing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, forced smile's
Forced
the worst.
smile.
Poor thing. It's like when you have to force the smile. I make fun of my sister sometimes because she, like for the longest time, she's fine now, but like for the longest time in high school, like when she would smile, it just wasn't her authentic smile. We were always like, "What are you doing, man?" Because she'd be like straining her teeth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She has a beautiful smile. Just
relax. Then comes the grooming and hygiene. So that's third on the list.
I feel like eyes falls into the facial categories.
Mm-hmm.
So you hit 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's an eye contact thing with the facial expressions.
It's
And
your whole face, though. Come on, let's not be silly about this.
But your eyes are on your face.
Yeah, but you can have gorgeous eyes, and if the rest of it sucks,
Yeah, if they're
like nobody's
crossed.
seeing your eyes, like you know, it's your face. It's a package. We're all a package.
Eye contact is a real thing. When people are avoidant of eye contact, I notice that right away. I mean, even just people I see daily. I know who looks away when they're talking, and it's interesting.
Yeah, my parents always, especially my dad, always kind of drilled that into me like, hey, look at me when you're talking to me.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like when you're asking, like, what's that legit? Like first thing you see, it's the whole face, and if they got the whole package, then you start kind of staring and like, wow, gorgeous eyes.
So your
or
face,
whatever.
then look at your package.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you got a nose that could scare a ghost, I'm never going to see your eyes. You know,
So
what I'm saying?
you notice noses first.
No.
then, sounds
I'll
like.
tell you what. If I'm being honest, if you want to break it down to features, teeth are one of the
That's a
huge
big
things
one,
that
too.
I tend to stare at teeth when I'm listening, because I want to make sure I'm catching. It's almost like having the closed captions in real life. Like I'm watching your mouth because that's like the closed captions. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. So teeth and eyes are the two features. But
stuff.
the first thing I see is like, you know, the whole face, how it all works together.
Yeah.
All right, then grooming and hygiene. Obviously, you need to cover the basics, like a shower, brushing your teeth, doing your hair. But there are other things, too, like if your nails and beard are trimmed, or you know what kind of fragrance you're wearing. That all plays into it.
Big one.
Then your outfit. Just make sure it's appropriate for the venue. You don't want to be overdressed in a suit at a bar, or underdressed in a T-shirt at a nice restaurant. And then your manners and how you treat your server. This is on every one of these lists.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of these lists, as far as first dates go or getting to know somebody, you're always judged on how you treat other people. Like your date will notice how you interact with the server. That is a look into somebody's real soul, I think, is how you treat other people.
For sure.
But that does not go unnoticed. And then when the date goes well, you wind up going back to my place, and we are having some fun with this.
No. I thought there was another useful tip coming. Well, I guess
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
This week's sex toy has a useful tip because it is the Clone a Willy kit.
The Clone a Willy kit.
In all skin tones.
Now, I think we've had Clone a Willies before.
Oh, well, I apologize.
But I think this is, and it's an ever-evolving
it is
kind of thing that got glow in
It's
the
technology that's constantly innovating.
Right.
Over 225,000 units sold, $49.99 on adamandeve.com. Turn your boner into a vibrating dildo. One of Cosmo's 10 best sex toys for couples, this do-it-yourself kit creates a lifelike mold of your erection so you can make your own vibrating dildo. It comes with everything you need, including molding powder, silicone, a vibrator, super detailed instructions, and more. It's the perfect arts and crafts project for any fun-loving couple. And it's a great way to stay close to each other when you're apart. Size varies. Don't I know it? Silicone uses one AA battery, sold separately. Detailed directions and online videos make it easy. The kit comes with highly detailed directions to make the process as simple as possible. Here's a general idea of the steps involved. Mix up the molding powder, pour it in the tube, insert your penis to create the mold, mix the silicone, pour it inside the mold, and insert the vibrator to create a dildo. Once the silicone is finished drying, about 24 hours, you can remove the vibrating dildo and go to town.
Oh, 24 hours? We're going to wait that long?
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, I want to use it now.
Yeah, well, it's like getting film developed. You got to, back in the old days. Note that the actual directions included with the kit are much more detailed and easier to follow. Before making your dildo, we strongly recommend reading them thoroughly and watching the instructional video. Once the molding powder begins hardening, every second matters.
We're on the clock.
You are on the clock, so you got to be getting fluffed while the molding powder is setting. Now let's get to some reviews. Review number 1, great gift, LOL, 5 out of 5 stars. I bought this item, made the clone, then gave the clone to my friend as a gift for him and his girl. Great if you think a dude's wife is hot, but you know you will never get with her. Thanks.
Oh, my God. That's wild.
That's weird.
It's funny, though.
Very
to
funny.
give your friend a gift of your wang for his wife is very, very funny.
Wow.
Now he's technically flashed them, right? I mean, now every time.
Hold that thought. We're going to get to something similar to that soon. It's great. I'll share some helpful tips. 5 out of 5 stars. So my husband left for a long business trip. I wanted a piece of him to have for myself. The kit is great. Follow the instructions and you'll be fine. Get some help to stay as hard as possible throughout the process so the mold is accurate. My husband has a very slight curve downward, so it was a bit difficult centering himself in the tube before the putty conformed to his member shape and size. This threw off our mold shape a little bit. When we tried to readjust himself after entering the tube, the putty mold begins to solidify pretty quickly.
Again, we're on the clock.
Put it in right. You're on the clock, centered the first time. Don't be afraid to flush it to your skin. Trim your pubes first. Hot tip, it will hurt.
Heave and kegel. Hold.
Look at this photo. Keep looking at this photo.
Hold. Pam Anderson, hold.
Nobody wants a semi here. Hold it.
Hold the line. The second problem was encountered was trying to pour the liquid silicone in. You must do it slowly, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Pour slower than what you think is already slow. You're pouring the silicone into the area that is the penis head first. The poured silicone needs time to fill the shape of the head properly, or you will end up with air bubbles around the mushroom edge like I did, and that is no bueno. 5 out of 5 stars. Finally, to Moon's point, final review. Got too weird, 9 exclamation points. Love the product and got a nice replica after a couple of tries, and it was cool at first knowing my girl had a copy of me to use when I am gone. Then we got too drunk one night, and she slipped it in my back door, and I woke up the next day freaked out that I basically boned myself.
Oh.
It's like I got pounded by my clone or something. Does that make me gay for myself? I don't know. Is that illegal, like sleeping with a sibling? Too many questions. Unlock too many doors in my mind. This product could open a Pandora's box that you are not prepared for. 1 star, dazed and confused.
Oh.
That is confusing.
So be
That is
careful.
confusing, yeah.
This is a different way of masturbating.
It's just, it's a gateway dong.
Also, I love
careful.
it for a gift. I think that is such a great idea. Like, especially as everybody, the dudes get older, like, have a mold of your dong, you know? So when you're like 95 and things aren't working like they used to.
You remember back when?
You remember back when.
You take down that fish you have above the fire mantle and put your dong up there.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Used to be.
Conversation piece.
I used to be young once. Here's the proof.
Here's the proof. Check this out.
I remember your father.
Here he is.
Yep.
Oh.
In his heyday.
Right next to the urn of dad is the mold of dad. Great.
Clone of Willie.
Put my ashes in that clone of Willie. So I can bang your mom from the afterlife.
Oh my God.
That's a different product. We've talked about that product before.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like a fun product. I'll let you guys know I ordered one. We'll see.
Okay.
Congrats, Tina.
You ordered one?
Yeah, why not? I might just clone and mine a bunch And just
and sell them at 1057.
What do you get the man who has everything? The man who has a watch winder. I'll tell you what you get. A clone of your penis for Christmas.
A clone army.
Yeah, the clone army, dude.
Clone army.
Little helmet head stormtroopers. Just hide them all over the house.
All right. Well, thank you, Rafe. The Clone of Willie was the sex toy of the week.
Someone's got to do the research.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll give away some stuff. We're going to play 3 and 5 as we play every Monday. So we've got Point Fest tickets. Point Fest coming up on May 18th. Hollywood Casino Amphitheater featuring Bad Omens, Wage War, Grandson, Avatar, and more. We have tickets to go see I Prevail in Hailstorm, big summer show with Hollywood Undead and Fit for a King, August 7th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Imagine Dragons, August 16th at the Amphitheater. And we got tickets for Megadeth with special guests Mudvayne and All That Remains, September 26th over at the Amphitheater. So Moon will give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win. Your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs to start your answer. Lern and Rafe are your judges. And Moon, he said that this is probably the hardest 3 and 5
Probably the
we've
hardest
ever
one.
had.
I'm just going to tell you now, you probably ain't getting tickets.
Wow.
Wow.
You're probably going to embarrass yourself.
Scott, make sure these phone connections are crystal clear.
Solid.
Yep.
Scott shaking his head. No.
I will.
Crystal clear, Scott.
All right.
You're going to need a good connection.
It's going to be my doing here.
These are tough rounds. No fooling around.
All right, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. 3 and 5 is next. It is 8:51. It is Monday. Your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. By the way, my wife did a Tough Mudder out at Worldwide Technology.
Did?
Yeah, dude. Brutal.
I've always wanted to do one of those.
I don't want to get dirty.
She half loved it, half hated it, but she completed it and crushed it. And man, the pictures, they're pretty incredible.
How do you get in the car after?
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I didn't ask about that.
Are you putting towels down?
Wrapped in towels, I guess. Yeah.
It's got to be a miserable ride home. I'm just saying. I'm sure it's like a great accomplishment. Congratulations, Mallory.
My father-in-law did it too.
That's wonderful.
Crushed.
How are we getting home?
And my sister-in-law. And friends. Right lane blocked due to a crash 64 eastbound just before Wild Horse Creek Road. Also, 2 lanes blocked due to a crash 270 northbound at Manchester. Your point forecast, morning rain ends, high of 77 right now at 60 at the Point Studio.
All right, there's a whole bunch of events coming up. It's going to be a busy week. So Friday, I'm out at the Schnucks and DePere from 11 to 1 with Cutwater. You have a chance to win a trip to Cancun. That evening from 5 to 7, we're out at the Hot Shots in Edwardsville. That's going to be a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco specials, Cinco de Mayo specials with Hot Shots, including, I believe, a walking taco stand. That's right.
Whoa.
That's Friday. And then Saturday, Redbud, Illinois, the Spring Fling, which is always a huge event out there in Redbud.
Yeah, man.
Moon's band is playing.
Scattergun Jack is playing. Teenage Dirtbags are playing. We're going to mix in a little bit of Alabama Dirtbags, but that's always a party. They close down the street. Weather's going to be awesome. Vices is always awesome. People come from everywhere in Southern Illinois down to that big party.
I always
great
think it's
food,
funny.
great drink, great games.
Driving out there. What is that? Is that Route 3?
Mm-hmm.
And you go, where the hell is this place? And you go, oh, there it is.
There it is.
It's just like nothing, Redbud.
Yeah, you crash into the square there. There's like a 4-way stop right in the heart of Redbud.
Yeah, so half a block before that 4-way stop right there, and that's where we shut down the street and take it over.
Yep. Nothing. Oh, there's Redbud. Okay, here we are. All right, all the details on each one of those events, including Punk Rock Disney.
That's right.
Can You Feel the Punk Tonight, which is a week from Saturday. All the details up there on the website, 1057thepoint.com. All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, we got Point Fest tickets. We got I Prevail Hailstorm tickets. We've got Imagine Dragons tickets. And we've got Megadeth Mudvayne tickets. And we are playing 3 and 5. So Moon's going to give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win. Your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs to start your answer. Those are the rules. Lern and Rafe are the judges for this contest. So in case you didn't know, maybe this is the first time you're tuning in, here's an example of how to play. Who should go first here, Moon? Example question.
Let's go with Rafe.
Rafe. All right, you're going to play 3 and 5. Okay. Lock in, my friend.
I'm in.
Here we go.
Rafe, name 3 cities in Arkansas.
Rogers, Lowell, Little Rock.
Wow.
I believe you.
I believe you.
I believe you.
I've never heard of Lowell, but
There's a comedy club in Lowell.
Lowell.
That's how you know.
Lowell. Rogers is right next to Lowell, Arkansas, where the Grove Comedy Club is.
Well, I wonder how that place got its name. What should we name it? Lowell. And they tried to say Louisville.
Lowell.
Oh, Lowell.
Spelled Lowell.
Lowell. All right, should we go to the phones?
Yeah.
314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833.
You don't want to give Lern a chance?
Oh, you want?
Go.
Come on, let's go.
Lern.
What?
Wait.
Name 3 different cities in Arkansas.
Name 3 blues players.
David Backus, Brett Hull, and Wayne Gretzky.
I did not specify current, so yes, those are correct answers.
Thank you.
Which you've taken B.B. King and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Blues players.
Hey, judges, though, be tight, because typically I pepper in the hard ones. Today I peppered in the easy ones. This is a harder one than this. This is harder than usual.
Judges, both of yous.
I'm sick of playing
Full
around.
attention.
I'm sick of playing around with your terrible phone connections and these
That's it.
easy questions.
Moon's tiny foot is down.
Tiny foot. My foot's bigger than yours, you goofball.
Hello?
Size
I'm
7.
ready.
All right, Chris, you ready to go? Let's do this.
Chris, name 3 famous people named Jennifer.
Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Smith, Jennifer Hull, Jennifer.
It's
No.
over.
Hall.
Yeah, it was over at
You're
Smith.
wrong.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, if you would have...
No.
Never mind.
Because you said
No.
their last names only and made it
Yeah, that's what that would have been my strategy, but okay.
He was trying to find it.
Couldn't
I
find
know what
it.
he was doing. He was trying to find it in his brain.
Couldn't find it. All right, Chris, next.
Name 3 brands that make sporting equipment.
Spalding, Wilson, and
Rawlings.
Oh, man, he
Yeah,
had
honestly,
it.
you could say Nike, Adidas. We would have taken
Yeah,
those too.
he had it.
But I was looking for, the Easton, the Rawlings, the Spalding. He got Spalding.
He got close.
That's so good.
Spalding?
Dwight. Hello,
Is that
Dwight.
the Love Boat captain? Captain Spalding?
good morning, Rizz. Happy birthday.
That's Captain Steuben.
Oh, you're right.
Stubing. Hey, Dwight. All right, let's play 3 and 5. Here we go.
Dwight, name 3 basic sushi rolls.
California, Superman. Tuna, fried tuna.
Too late.
Too late.
Dang.
Good question. Would you have accepted Superman roll? What the hell's that?
Yeah, that's one I get at the Yamato near where I live at.
I guess
Pretty
where
good,
you live, it's a
you-
basic. Maybe it's a basic one where he lives.
Yeah, we got California.
All right, next.
Yep.
Okay, name 3 TV shows about women.
What a Girl Wants, Legally Blonde 1, Legally Blonde 2.
Nope, those are not TV
Oh,
shows.
TV show.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry,
All
buddy.
right, bye.
TV show.
Okay.
Boy, bye.
He knew. Chris O'Fallon. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. How we doing?
So far, so
We're fine.
good. Chris, here we go.
Name 3 metal bands.
Yeah. Metallica.
No,
You said, don't.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah.
Settle down, everybody. Settle down.
That was your underhand
Turn your radio
pitch.
down, dude.
Yeah, I know. That was the easy one.
All right, here we go. Next.
Name 3 types of cloud.
Killing it.
oh, man.
Later.
Cirrus.
Dino.
Oh, you're not going to.
I was like, I'll save it.
Oh, okay,
He gave no answers.
Kaylee, hello.
Hi, Cloud.
Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thank you, Kaylee. You ready to play?
Yep.
Superb phone connection, by the way.
Love it.
Yes.
Here we go.
That guy was the lawnmower man.
And for that, I will give you name 3 cell phone carriers.
AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon.
Boo!
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Che. Next.
Name 3 places in St. Louis to get Mexican food.
Sí, Senor, El Mariachi, El Maguey.
Oh, why couldn't you say Taco Bell?
Because she knows that that's not real Mexican food.
It doesn't matter.
It's going down.
In fact, I want to give it to you for not saying Taco Bell.
For this game.
She started El Maguey before the timer went off. I don't know where we're at on that.
Deerberg Schnooks?
No, I'm not the judge.
Judges.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I wanted it to be that way. I felt like she said L before the buzzer went off.
Learn.
Let's give it to her.
Whoa!
Wow.
Let's give it to her.
Thank you.
You're
much for the
welcome.
integrity.
This woman has what it takes, okay?
Yeah, your phone connection plus the fact that you refuse to speak the name of subpar taco.
Yep.
You deserve
Okay, so
tickets.
you win,
It's not real Mexican.
Thank you,
Yeah, she
Kaylee.
wins. Give this lady 2 pair of tickets.
and these aren't real judges.
What?
They are real. I feel like she did buzz in. I feel like she started El Maguey before the buzzer. We can run it back if you want to thrice deny her.
Be a little big
no.
baby about it. We can run it back.
Let's
I'm
run
the
it back
baby.
real quick.
Oh, yeah.
El Maguey. There it is.
Oh, wow.
Proof positive.
Can't argue with the tape.
Can't argue with the tape, dude. That's clearly before the
Clearly
buzzer.
before the buzzer.
Clearly before.
Do you think, guys? I'm just. Let's
All right, Neil.
rock it. Let's go to the next.
Hey, happy birthday, Rizz.
Hey, Neil, let's go. 3 and 5.
Name 3 actors who have played Batman.
Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Val Kilmer.
Now that is a buzzer beater.
Whoa. Okay, love that. Next.
Name 3 cities in the state of Wyoming.
Nope.
Savage.
We'll save that one.
Brutal.
We'll save
Without
that
you
one.
saying the names, could you name 3
I think
cities in
so, but
Wyoming?
just barely. Only because I've been looking to go to this national park up there. So I've been looking, and I know the towns surrounding the national park, and that's coincidence only.
I consider myself okay at geography. I have no way. No way.
No.
All right, Neil, here we go.
Name 3 ingredients to make brownies.
Fudge, cocoa, and sugar.
Fudge, cocoa, and
Fudge is not an ingredient. Like, I don't know any. Well, I guess like fudge morsels, maybe. Or if you mix it into the
Call
batter.
fudge brownies, right?
Yeah, but what is fudge? Fudge is just fudge.
Hey.
Fudge is just.
You could put fudge into the batter.
I think Lern's saying go fudge yourself.
Fudge brownie ingredients.
Beep boop.
She's looking it up.
Click, click, clack. We're in the mainframe, and
Dude, no. It's chocolate, butter, sugar, egg, flour, cocoa. There's
That's
no
it for Neil.
fudge. They're fudgy brownies, right? Fudge
all right,
brownies.
Neil. You're no El Maguey, my friend. Fudged it up.
He fudged up. He really did. Eric in Belleville. Good morning, Eric.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, just playing 3 and 5. Tough game today. Let's go. Let's get a winner.
Name 3 popular 80s bands.
AC/DC, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Up?
I started watching that Bon Jovi documentary.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, good. Is
It is.
Richie Sambora in it?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, really?
He is.
Is he interviewed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah. He starts up in the 2nd episode.
Cool. I'm glad they included him.
And they teased it like, I guess we're going to be honest on this thing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, fireworks, huh, guys?
Proceeds to not be honest.
All right, Eric.
Name 3 countries in Southeast Asia.
I don't know.
Save that one.
That's one of them.
That,
Circle that.
the island of I don't
Come
know.
on back to it later.
Okay, next. Last one.
Name 3 famous motivational speakers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Moving on.
Save that one too.
Dang. Thought maybe he'd have it.
Goodness.
Not even a.
I would have said Rizz.
Yeah,
I mean,
me.
Moon.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Scott.
Jared O'Fallon. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing?
Hey, man.
Good. All right, Jared, here we go.
Name 3 places the kids want to go.
McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A.
That's right. This man is a father.
I was thinking the Disney Worlds, but yeah, that's.
What if you had a nerd as a kid? School.
No,
Count it.
no, Lern, I am not a father.
Oh, you're not? You just know where kids want to go? That's weird. Okay. Well,
It's, fast food, kids love it.
Lern just made it weird.
Movies? All right. 12-year-old me is on the phone, everybody.
All right, Jared, here we go.
Name 3 universities west of the Mississippi.
UCLA, USC, Cal.
he knows everything.
He does.
Those are all California. He went super regional on you.
All right, one more. Lern, pick 2 or 3.
Debbie.
3.
Debbie's not here. Stacy, hello.
Good morning.
All right, Stacy, you are the final contestant in today's 3 and 5.
Name 3 currently open music venues in St. Louis.
St. Louis Amphitheater, the pageant, and the Del Mar Home.
If we're going by your guys' buzzer beater rules, she's in somehow because she started the.
What is it called? The Del Mar Hall?
No, but I'm just saying if you guys are going to be as loose as goose as you.
Hey,
as,
El Magay is in the title.
Why don't you let the judges?
I just want to see consistency. That's all.
El Magay is part of the title. The Del Mar Hall. She didn't start Del
Rafe
Mar
says
Hall until
no,
post
Lern.
buzzer.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
They don't like you.
What?
I do like you.
I do. I love her.
Oh.
Is it because she's a woman?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's what I've been thinking this entire time.
The El Magay person was also a woman. I would just point that out.
We love women on this show.
So, nice try.
I don't know how they identify, so.
That's true.
That's true. We don't know.
We don't.
My apologies.
We don't know.
Why are we all making this game so awful?
All right, next.
Name 3 current NHL hockey teams.
The Blues, the Red Wings, and the Maple Leafs.
That's good. She's in on the Maple Leafs.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
We like
That's
that.
exactly how Magay went down.
I heard make believe.
This is new.
The Toronto make-believes. All right, last one. Here we go.
Here we go. For the win. Name 3 things that Rizz says often.
Never again, inline, and...
She's going.
You know the third one would have been bye.
Yeah. Noted.
Noted. Shut up. Stop it.
That's tough.
Let's move on.
How about I love you?
Well, that's a wrong answer. There are right and wrong
You say
answers.
that?
But I love you. Thank
He does
you.
say that all the time.
Every show.
Every show. Love you guys.
I can't believe you guys took that because she was
Dearly.
a woman. It's unbelievable to me what you guys are willing to do.
Crazy.
I know.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. A bit of sports, a bit of food news. It is 9:18. It is Monday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We have 2 lanes blocked due to that crash, 270 northbound at Manchester. Your point forecast, morning rain ends, high of 77. Right now it is 61 at the Point Studio.
Listen, I'm not really one to understand fashion. And maybe I just don't get this. Did you hear about these pea-stained jeans?
No.
Oh, dude.
Hey, you hear about these stained
It's a
jeans?
sketch.
Everybody's doing it.
Dude.
That's a Tim Robinson sketch.
Look this up.
What do you mean?
The price tag is, this price tag's insane. When you get the exact same look for the price of like 8 to 10 beers. So there's a designer clothing brand called Jordan Luca. They're out of the UK. Jordan Luca. They just debuted pre-stained jeans that made it look like you peed your pants.
Scott, I told you if we had kept those jeans, it would have been worth money. I told you it would have been. I mean, first of all,
ridiculous.
When some of these designers do these wacky things for the headlines and all that, sometimes they kind of like almost hit the mark. They hit that's exactly what it looks like when you pee yourself.
So they made their runway debut last fall.
So we've heard.
That's so good, dude.
They made the runway debut last fall and immediately sold out when they hit the website.
This guy.
They're $810.
That's ridiculous.
This model, by the way, models are underappreciated. Like a good model, like really like does it well. And this guy, he's even making the face like he just peed himself. He is paid.
All
what he
right,
deserves.
Marcus, you get the pee pants to my. Oh man,
These are thinking back to like a runway model teacher that he had an argument with. He's like, "Now show me pouty. Now show me I just peed my pants." And he's like, "When would I ever use that?" Turns out,
that's it.
Teacher was right.
There it is.
That's it. So they're $810 for these Jordan Luca jeans. Immediately sold out. They have a lighter wash too, where the stain's not so obvious. More of like an I peed my pants yesterday look.
Now, do they have this for any stonewash jeans or white jeans?
No, the version, that version, the I peed my pants yesterday look, went on sale for about $600. So the just peed my pants look is $810. The yesterday I peed my pants look is like $600.
Sold out.
They're
baby.
sold out too, by the way.
Totally sold out.
What about the I poop myself pants? Those are next.
Coming next season.
It's
God.
Life imitates art. There is a sketch in Tim Robinson's I Think You Should Leave where he's selling like khakis with the P dots on them so you don't get embarrassed at work.
What is that, man?
They're made that way. Yeah, I didn't pee my pants, Karen. They're made that way. And it's like,
this is high fashion.
Well, just last year, and now this is a real thing.
This was like any time you would wash your hands, like as a little kid in the bathroom, and then you'd get anything on your pants, you'd be self-conscious that people are going to be like, "Oh, you peed yourself." Now we're dealing with this. They're trying to make everything normal. That's cool. I mean, I guess, but $800 is ridiculous.
Apparently, there's more.
Well, it comes with 5 pockets.
People are following these trends.
Button flies?
No.
Look at that. Jeans with pee stains. Oh, man.
Look at that.
Cool.
Yeah, where is the I crap my pants?
Hey, to be honest, though, that's a... Because jeans have... Rizz can tell you this. Jeans are not popular with the youngins. My son refuses to wear
What do you
jeans.
mean? They're wearing like the Jenkos, I thought. The young people.
Well, no, I don't think so. People don't wear jeans. Like, jeans were like the standard. Like, unless you were doing some corduroys or something. Now it's like jeans are like something you have to force a kid to wear.
So you think this will help them be popular again?
Well, no. I'm just saying that it's cool that the jeans are still like 100 years now. The jeans have been kicking so much butt that like we're doing pea stain jeans on a runway. That's wild. Good job, denim.
All right, denim.
Yeah, the denim industry is like, hey, this is bad news, good news. You know what I'm saying?
Denim.
I love jeans. Like I wear jeans every day.
Yeah, me too.
You know? I guess. Did you have Jenkos? Did you wear those back in the day?
We couldn't afford Jenkos. I bought utilities. They utility. It was like the Kmart. Was it Massimo or
Massimo?
Okay, so I think utility was the Kmart version.
Okay.
And they didn't make the Jenkos, but they made oversized ones for big folks.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the big folk utilities because the only ones I could afford, and would just overlap the thing here and put it under the belt because they were like 40s, like size 40 to get the bag. Gosh. And they were so hard to wear that I was like, I can't even do this. So I wasn't in the crowd.
I didn't have the money. I didn't have Jenko money either, but my cousin Mariah handed me down a pair of her Jenkos, dude. And to this day, they were the best fitting jeans I'd ever worn.
Really? Patches and everything?
No.
With just the big flared bottoms?
Big flared bottoms, but they had like the hips fit well. I would give anything to have those pants back.
Well, on a day like today with puddles, you don't wear Jenkos.
No. Oh, that was the worst.
They just soak up the entire puddle.
Go to Point Fest with your Jenkos on.
That was also part of the look.
Wet?
Yeah, like when it was soaking up, like you were wicking it up the ground.
I could tell you right now, I got the numbers. 25% of us are wearing jeans right now.
All of us in this room,
Everybody
right?
listening?
100%.
No, I'm wearing britches.
Everybody listening in Richland, St. Louis, 25% of us are wearing jeans right now.
Huh.
At the show, I saw a photo of me jumping, and I could see that my phone has now officially worn a hole through my pocket right here, so now I have to order some
Actually, you
more.
know what? So the
black jeans.
poll asked 15,000 people of all ages how often they wear jeans. 1 in 4 said daily. And to be fair, that would also include people who change into jeans when they get home from work. So it's possible fewer than that are wearing them now, this exact moment. Still, that's a lot of denim. It's a lot of denim.
Yeah.
My dad only wore jeans if it was yard working time. Like if he was in jeans, it was on a Saturday, and I'm like, oh, he's going to cut the grass.
But now he wears them all the time. At least whenever I see him, he's always in those really light colored jeans.
Yeah. I guess you're right. He's cutting the grass a lot.
My dad wore Levi's all the time. He had big old long legs, and he would hardly wash them. And
Levi's gone, huh?
yeah, you could see like where Moon's phone was in the front pocket. My dad had his wallet in the back pocket, and that had little indentation on it.
I was an Arizona boy.
Arizona.
Jason,
I thought you were a bugle boy.
I wasn't rich. I wanted to be a bugle boy.
Who was
Couldn't get
Arizona?
those.
Didn't somebody own Arizona, or was that its own thing?
It was JCPenney.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah. Arizona jeans at JCPenney.
Yeah. And they were always on sale and knockoff version of Jinko's, everything. It was great.
Or Levi's. They were like the cheap.
Yeah.
Get 3 pairs of Arizona for 1 pair of Levi's.
Which they rule, man.
And that was like, that was expensive jeans to my mom. Like,
yeah.
Arizona?
If I got to go to JCPenney instead of Walmart for jeans, I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I started, like when I was 13 is when I started trying to acquire money. And so I lived less than a mile away from a mall, and I would go over to JCPenney's all the time. You find them on sale, you're like, yeah. That's what I did with my money.
One more thing before we get to sports. Some people have strong feelings about this, and most have at least a preference. But if you were ordering a breakfast sandwich, like let's say bacon, egg, and cheese, what's the best possible bread option for you? Lern.
For me, English muffin.
English muffin. English muffin for a bacon, egg, and cheese. Moon. What is your bread option?
Like croissant?
Oh, man.
Croissant.
Where it is.
All right, you want me to give you your options?
Recently,
your options are.
Recently, I've been let down so much by the different options. The last time I had one, it was a bagel, and the bagel was too hard, and they put too much stuff on the thing. It ruined the whole thing. Honestly, I've been going to wrap every time because...
Wrap is not an option.
I know, but that's where I keep going because I've been let down so many times.
Here are your options. Toast, bagel, English muffin, croissant, or roll.
My.
I think these days I would go toast just because a bad English muffin ruins it. A good one makes it.
When have you ever had a bad English muffin?
A lot. No.
Sometimes you're not in the mood for an English muffin, like the little crusties on the one side, you know, like the little
nooks and crannies. Are you
crummies.
kidding me? The nooks and crannies?
No. I like the nooks and crannies. What I'm talking about are the crannies that are on the outside. The nooks are great. Okay, it's like the dusting. You know what I'm talking about?
I like that.
Sometimes I'm not into that.
What are those? Those aren't like poppy seeds. They're like tiny. They're like miniature poppy seeds.
You know what it is? Like cornmeal.
Cornmeal. That's what it is. Yeah.
Man, you know what? I want to change my answer to croissant because, man, there's nothing like a sloppy, just flaky breakfast
You know what's
sandwich on
got
a
good
croissant.
croissants is Costco.
Really? Can I borrow your Costco card?
Yeah, but if it's too flaky, you can't really. You can't really.
You can't put a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, you can't really handle a lot of egg. And
I know,
stuff.
and then you can tear a lot off.
And then you may have to go fork and knife at that point.
So here's my thing: when you guys do it, do you like the folded over egg or do you like scramby style?
I like scramby style.
I do too, and that's why it takes the bread.
I don't want you ever saying scramby again. That's
what
you know.
It's
What?
got a real douche.
I don't live by your rules.
Wait, you do scramby on bread?
I think it's pretty clear. I march to my own drum.
Scramby on bread?
I don't like it. I don't like anything
What,
about
you want me
it.
to say scrambled?
Yeah, I would like my eggs
style.
scrambled because you are almost 40 years old.
How dare you?
Wait, you do that on bread?
Whatever, bro.
I'll take a runny egg on a
OVEs.
Oh yeah,
OVEs.
OVEs.
You don't like OVEs?
OVEs.
Yeah, the E over
sourdough
E's.
toast. Sourdough toast.
I'm probably gonna go bagel. English muffin close second. Rafe.
I'm lockstep with the boss on this one.
Bagel.
I'm going bagel. English muffins, just a marginal hair behind.
Scott?
Man, I think croissant
I
and
don't
then
know
the
what a roll
English
is.
muffin behind that.
A roll is
Yeah, it's
What is it?
It's like a Kaiser roll.
Nah, I'm out on that.
But that's how you get it, you know, and growing up, you get in a Kaiser roll. So what are you going, Scott?
I went croissant and then back up's the English muffin.
Well, I'll tell you what America says. Well, first of all, 1 in 7 people said none of those because they don't like breakfast sandwiches. So they could go to hell.
Yeah, they can go straight to hell.
Deported.
Yeah, go to Russia, you communist.
Right.
Jesus. Of the people who do like breakfast sandwiches, winner is. Congratulations, English muffin.
Oh!
Wow.
Big winner. English muffin, bagel, toast, croissant, and then roll. Okay? So
feel bad
we
for
knew
roll.
our business.
Congratulations.
I feel like men are afraid to have an English muffin.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like a bagel or a roll, like
You think
it's
English
more of a
muffins are
manly
too-
thing. Like I feel like the English muffin's kind of dainty.
Yeah,
like
you
you guys
gotta-
don't want to order it.
What?
You think people are thinking what is manly and what is not when it comes to ordering
Some,
breakfast?
I
Well,
think
I
so.
like to put pinky up and put a little jam.
You know,
You didn't even let us say
You're
scramby
probably
earlier
right.
because it probably didn't sound very manly coming out of Boone's mouth.
I'm looking at Riz. You're probably right.
I've been doing.
Make him put my egg and bacon between 2 slices of roast beef.
Man, I'm secure.
That way I know what it looks like.
I'm secure enough to order whatever tastes best.
Yeah, go ahead, order scrambled eggs. You're getting. I'm throwing you out of my
Scrambled egg on a
restaurant.
I will.
English muffin.
I'm going to give you a kid's menu.
I love English muffin. I love chuffins. I talked about it
What's a
before, and some
chuffin?
people don't know about this. It must have been I don't know if it was when I worked at Carbondale Hospital, they had them it's basically like they take an English muffin, they put like this cheese mixture on it. It's got other stuff in it, and then they pop it in like a toaster oven, and it melts like the cheese into the.
Want that?
It's got like
Sounds
pickles, and it's like a pickled cheese pimento type spread.
Oh,
thing,
like a
man.
pub cheese?
Oh yeah, they're good.
I'm in.
If anybody knows what's in a chuffin, email me because I don't actually know the ingredients, and I kind of want to make one now.
That sounds like a small animal that's just too cute.
It does.
Yeah,
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Too
Chuffin
cute.
season where.
Dude, I just captured a
Sit at my deer
chuffin.
stand.
No!
All right, here's real quick sports.
Got caught chuffing. 6th hour.
Yeah, no, that's like the new English term of like stoked. It's chuffed.
Chuffed.
Like I'm super
Oh,
chuffed.
dude, I'm chuffed right now.
Yeah,
I
dude.
got taught chuffing in the bathroom.
Yeah, I got caught chuffing and
fired.
Bathroom. All right. Well, depth created in the offseason took over as the Battlehawks led from start to finish in a 45-12 destruction of the DC Defenders, who couldn't defend nothing. A team they had never beaten in the 3 previous tries. Battlehawks forced 4 turnovers, including 3 interceptions of former St. Louis quarterback Jordan Tamu. They blocked 2 punts and kicked 4 field goals. 4 players scored touchdowns, with 2 coming from receiver Hakeem Butler. Battlehawks are now 4-1 and have won their past 4 games. They are now tied with San Antonio atop the United Football League's
There we
XFL
go, guys.
Conference
Caw-caw.
Wow.
at the halfway point. Cardinals were within 1 strike of completing a series sweep and clawing out a 1-run win. Then Matthew Libator gave up a 2-strike RBI single to former teammate Harrison Bader with 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th, and the Cardinals clinging to a 1-run edge. And Bader's single tied the score, and Mark Vientos clubbed a walk-off 2-run home run that handed the Cardinals a 4-2 loss in the
heartbreaker.
finale.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
You watched it last night or yesterday?
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day? Yeah.
Real heartbreaker because could have been a sweep there, and that ball looked this close to the outfielder's glove. Like he could have robbed the home
he
run.
was so close.
He was so close, and I feel like he thinks he could have got it. He was upset with himself.
The thing I take from this weekend, though, is I think we got an incredible team. No, they got a great team, and they're coming together. It's going to be good.
They do, yeah. If they match the offense and
Mr.
the defense,
Optimism over there.
I know.
Learn your thoughts?
I agree. I think it's going to be great.
bottom of the Central for right now. But yes, it's a great team. Bottom of the Central. Speaking of great teams, the Kansas City Chiefs are now favored to do what no NFL team has ever done. The 2-time defending Super Bowl champs moved from plus 650 to plus 550, which I don't know what that means, on Sunday at BetMGM to win the Super Bowl LIX. The Chiefs entered the day of after the 2024 NFL Draft as the number 2 favorite to the 49ers at plus 600, but the Chiefs got Xavier Worthy, and they put him ahead of the 49ers now in the odds game. So looks like they are the favorites to win the Super Bowl, which would be pretty cool. It's official. Reggie Bush was welcomed back to the Heisman family last week. His trust shared a picture of Bush posing with the Heisman Trophy. He took to his Instagram page to say that no one can take what God has taken from you. No one can take what God has for you. Reggie Bush is soon to be reunited with his Heisman Trust. It's slated to reinstate the former USC superstar's prestigious award after he was stripped of the honor back in 2010.
Do you know why?
Well, In 2005, he won it after completing one of the best college football seasons ever. The distinction was ripped from him after a lengthy NCAA investigation determined that his family received improper benefits while he was a member of the Trojans program. Fast forward a few years, and now we're paying with the NIL, the name, image, and likeness rules.
All those guys get paid.
Right.
They were all getting paid back when Reggie... It's no surprise.
Yeah. And already getting free college, which is a payment.
Yeah, and now everybody's getting paid. So we'll just... What about OJ? Does he get his Heisman back?
I don't know. Maybe he'll answer. Hello, world. Yours truly. I'm Moon and Extra Sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Thank you. All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Today's wrap-up sponsored by...
Sponsored by Jack in the Box. Jack's fan favorite popcorn chicken is back. Limited time only.
What?
That's right.
What? What is today's podcast title?
1-900-WILLIE.
All right, 1-900-WILLIE.
That's right.
Then tell you about Cutwater with me at Schnucks on Friday in De Pere from 11 to 1. Then we'd head to the Hot Shots in Edwardsville from 5 to 7 Friday. Spring Fling at the Vices in Redbud.
That is Spring Fling May 4th.
Yeah,
May the 4th be with you Saturday. It's a whole day thing. You know, they close down the street. They got food. They got booze. They got bags. They got all the good stuff. Scattergun Jack is playing, and the Teenage Dirtbags and Alabama Dirtbags are going to be taking the stage as well.
All right, that's Saturday.
Yup.
All right, what else?
May 11th, Can You Feel the Punk Tonight 3 p.m. show and an 8 p.m. show. You do not want to miss it. Yes, the 501st Legion is coming from Star Wars. They're an incredible organization, and they do things to help out charity. And they are if you were there last year, you could see some of the faces on kids and adults alike, seeing real deal stormtroopers,
including me,
and Chewbacca and Darth Vader being there in real life. It was just so much fun. So make sure you don't miss Can You Feel the Punk Tonight.
All right, see Lern's band play at the Nudist Colony.
Yes, we are going to be at the Nudist Colony
40 acres.
in a couple of weeks, and clothing is optional.
Yep.
No, just come out and see us for Cinco de Rizzo this Friday night, Edwardsville Hot Shots, 5 to 7. Can't wait to see everybody.
Rafe.
Follow me on the social medias at I am Rafe Williams on all platforms, and then I will be at the St. Charles Funny Bone May 31st and June 1st. Those would be very wide appearances. Friday and Saturday night, there's 3 shows. Tickets are already selling pretty good and going fast, so go to the Funny Bones website, and then I'll see you on the mean streets of St. Charles.
Yeah. Bring a knife. No, don't bring a knife.
No.
Bring Moon's knife you got from TSA on discount.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Scott.
Yeah, I'll see you guys Friday. Follow me, King Scott Rules.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz member today, brought to you by Hot Shots. St. Louis is home for Battlehawks football. Caw-caw. From Bonne Terre, Missouri, Marcus Bellamy is our Team Rizz member today.
Yeah,
Marcus wants you